put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is the penultimate episode of 2024. The last one we're recording. Press pause, episode 27. And I didn't do something last week that I'm about to do right now that I always do, and somehow I forgot it last week. I did not say, how are you, my friend?
Good. Great, actually. I have been, in between bouts of playing Stalker, I've been really going hard on learning animation in Blender. And I've been making good progress on that.
I've seen some of your work.
Yeah.
Indeed. You got Christmas plans?
Not anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, I standard stuff for me as well. Just the two Christmases, as they say. One on one side of the family, one on the other. Yeah, so Christmas Day is one side, Boxing Day is the other. And we switch every year so that everyone gets a turn on Christmas Day, as if it matters which day.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing crazy. I used to look forward to Christmas. Now I'm kind of just like, it's a lot of stress,
Yeah.
and it comes up quick. It comes up really fast.
Trying to figure out what people want. Like there's really no way to be coy about it. I just ask people, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?"
Yeah, and I'm not like a I don't want to say I'm not a gift giver, but I'm like I like buying. If I'm going to buy something for someone, I like them to be practical gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff they'll use. I don't want to give them like a tchotchke that they're going to sit and collect dust. I want to give them something that means something or that they're going to use on a constant basis.
I'm the same way. So when ThinkGeek #1 existed and #2 wasn't just a source of Bazinga t-shirts, I used to get gifts from my dad there all the time because they always had something that I knew he would appreciate. Like one year I got him a Rubik's Cube alarm clock, which you control it by, I guess, rotating the top of the cube changes the different modes to time set, alarm set, that kind of stuff. And he still uses it. That was over a decade ago that I got that for him. Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff that makes me happy to buy stuff for other people, when they're still using it sometime in the future, and not one of the worst things that I can buy for someone is I buy it for them and then I go to their house 2 months later and either I don't see it anywhere or I do see it somewhere, and every single time I'm there it's just collecting dust or unopened, or it's I would rather ask them what kind of things they want.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope you and the fam jam have a good Christmas. Hope it's good and healthy for everybody. A little bit of housekeeping, corrections, that kind of thing. So we will not have episode 28 next week. We are taking a week off for the Christmas holidays. There's also no Wrestling Renaissance next week either. However, we do have a pre-recorded Press Pause Extra that will go live next week, probably on Monday, is my guess. Or maybe I'll wait till Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. That we have, but we will be skipping our normal show. As a reminder, I did not talk about last week that I should always be doing is we are on Spotify. So if you want the audio only edition, the link is in the description. And finally, a correction from 2 weeks ago, I think. Not even a correction, but more of a aha kind of a thing. I talked about how Moonlighter was one of my favorite indie games of the last several years.
Mm-hmm.
And how I couldn't believe that there was no sequel. And then 3 days later after that show, Moonlighter 2 was announced.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't announced at the Game Awards. It was announced just... I think it was at some sort of indie showcase or something.
Oh, yeah.
They had like a bunch of those leading up to the Game Awards, and I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't keep track of why things were where. So, but yeah, Moonlighter 2 was announced, and it looks great. It's a similar art style, but a different viewpoint. I think
Okay.
if I remember correctly, it's like isometric now instead of like a 2D Zelda type game.
All right.
Looks great though. I can't wait to get my hands on that. That is housekeeping and corrections. So today's episode is a little bit different. There's no letter time. There's no Metacritic check-in. We have a few pieces of news to get through, but the majority of today's show is topic of the week, and then of course we always end it with video game 20 questions.
Mm-hmm.
We're just kind
Actually,
of
before we do that,
yeah.
I should also, since you were just talking about an indie game,
Mm-hmm.
just give a shout out. Cave Story 20th anniversary is today.
And you know what that reminds me of?
What?
The correction that I was trying to figure out what it was. So we were trying to think. I was trying to think of the game that I was confusing Cave Story with,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't figure it out. Makes sense because it was called The Cave.
Ah, okay.
It was just The Cave. It was on 360 and some other platforms, I think.
Yeah, so you should now you should play Cave Story
Yeah, good.
because and it's
Still free on yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing, let's get into what we've been playing. Do you have any new Stalker 2 thoughts, impressions, anything like that to share? Or any new games that you've been checking out?
Just that Stalker 2 has put out some updates that have.
Yes, I saw a huge patch recently.
Yeah, there was like a 120 gigabyte patch.
Oh.
So I went to play it, and then then 3 hours later I started playing it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And it does some stuff, but something is wrong with the shader compilation because I had to like load the game 5 times. It would just keep crashing or locking up, and then there was an update today that did the same thing. It was a smaller update. It was done in like 15 minutes and took about 5 minutes to install. So it was ready to go in about 20 minutes. And then I probably spent about 20 minutes having to restart the game trying to get through shader compilation, where the bar made a little bit more progress each time before the game locked, and I had to shut it down.
This is why I like PC gaming, or no, not. This is why I don't like PC gaming. I should say. So many problems to deal with. Yeah, it sucks.
But
it's one of those fix one thing, break 3 things kind of a situation.
But I mean, now that it gets through shader compilation, it works. So it's just.
Have you noticed any improvement overall, or is it a lot of just bug fixes?
I think it's just bug fixes.
Right.
I did fall through an elevator at one point, but
that's fun.
I think that's just a
Stalker.
weird one-off thing. I think what happened is I think it went through a loading zone, and the game forgot the elevator was supposed to have a floor, which like I can't really fault it for so much because I've seen other games do. Like I can't say, oh, that's a problem specific to Stalker 2, is what I mean, because I've seen other games do that. It sucks when it happens, but my last save was like 30 seconds before, so it wasn't a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think also the last checkpoint, like the last autosave, was about 30 seconds before, so.
You'll have to remind me like 2 years from now to try Stalker 2 on Xbox again and see, if it's not as infuriating as it was to play when I played it. So I do want to give it another shot, but I feel like I need to give them time to clean it up. Mm-hmm. Cool. Anything else?
No, not really. That's it.
Okay.
Unless you want to hear about my study of inverse kinematics in Blender.
No, that's good. I think we're good.
We've got got to talk about.
We got a huge show. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I finished Pacific Drive. As it turns out, I was correct. I was on the last mission. I said last week that I'm pretty sure I'm on the last mission, but I'm not sure. Yes, I was. And final thoughts. Story is not its strong point. Not a satisfying ending. I looked up online to see what people thought about the ending, and was I alone in what I thought? And no, I wasn't. Everyone seemed to be as disappointed or annoyed with the ending as I was. Um, and then I found out either yesterday or today that they're potentially making a movie of about this,
Huh.
which makes me wonder why. Because clearly the story is not the strong point of this game.
Interesting.
So I find that pretty weird. I liked the game. I at the end of the day, I give it a 7. It was good.
Mhm.
I would recommend people give it a shot. Um, just know that if it doesn't hook you in the first hour, uh, it's not going to. Basically, the whole game is basically the same. It just escalates. Um, but it never really goes anywhere. It's not a satisfying ending. The journey was fun,
Mhm.
it felt like it was missing something the whole time, and I was hoping the ending would put a cap on it that made that go away, and it just made it worse.
Yeah, it sucks when good stuff doesn't stick the ending.
Yeah, it kind of felt like the developers had a bunch of cool gameplay ideas, but didn't know how to elaborate on how to escalate them in a better way. I guess is the
Yeah.
best way I can put it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would find the game boring, unfortunately. But I enjoyed it, and I think if they ever do a sequel, there's so much that they could learn from the first one. The
Sure.
foundation's there; it's really solid. So yeah, I hope they try it again. But I also, at the same time, I can see the talent in it. Um, so it's like I almost want them to just abandon it and do something new because they
Yeah.
have the talent to make something really cool.
Yeah.
So either way, I'll be happy to see what they do next. Uh, I also tried a demo came out for Empire of the Ants,
Okay.
a game that I've been keeping my eye on for a while. The reviews were so. So I kind of put it at the bottom of my wish list after I saw that, and then when I saw the demo come out, I'm like, well, here's its chance to grab me. And it didn't.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, visually very cool. But the trailers make the game seem like it's much more grand and involved than it actually is. It
Mm.
really amounts just to think of an RTS, but like no pun intended, but downsized and simplified. So like
Mhm.
you don't get to pick where your base is. There are pre-made like anthills and like things that you have to get to and you build from them, but really it's just like you go to it and it has a radial option, so you get to upgrade things from there. Like it's not like a base building game by any stretch of the
Right.
imagination. And then the combat is just as simplified. You have a legion of different ant types, which some are tanks, some are DPS, some are support, and you just tell them where to go. There's really nothing. It's baby's first RTS. Um,
Now, here's my question: would you say that it's closer to like Pikmin or to Sim Ant?
um, uh, probably definitely not Simant. It's not nowhere near that deep.
That is unfortunate because that
Yeah,
game came out in the 90s.
yeah. No, it's nowhere. It's nowhere near. You don't even go underground. It's all above ground,
Oh, really?
which kind of was super disappointing because I was like, it's an
Yeah.
ant game.
And you don't construct the ant colony underground. You just
No,
that
you
yeah,
just
that's weird.
you find the anthill of another colony and you take it over, and then you go to like another one and you spread throughout the map, kind of thing. But it's
Hmm.
not like open ended. It's all the campaign is just specific things you have to do. So it just continuously tells you what the next thing is to do. It's very guided.
Huh.
So like I said, it's baby's first RTS, but from like the vantage point of an ant, yeah, it's not what it seemed to
It
be.
seems like a missed opportunity.
It does. Yeah, I think the trailers. I think the tr- it, I think the trailers actually did it a misservice
Oh yeah.
by over they basically overpromised in the trailers to me anyway. Like it gave me the impression that there was going to be like
Something
so many
grander.
different yeah, so much grander in scope, and
Hmm.
it's actually less than that. It's very simple. Like you switch between the legions with L1 and R1, and then you just aim where you want them to go and press R2.
Yeah.
That's that's basically all it is.
Wow.
So it does all of like, you go to your ant hill and you're like, hey, make this type of ant, and it makes that type of ant. Now you have a legion of worker ants, or you have a legion of tank ants, and then you have to get another ant hill to get another legion, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's very five-ish.
Yeah.
It does what it does what it set out to do, but that's not what I thought it was. So unfortunate. And so I won't be picking that game up, unfortunately.
Well,
Um,
now you know.
yeah, thank you, demos.
Hmm.
In this case, it backfired on them, but
Yeah, that's probably not going to encourage them if it convinced you to not buy the game. But
no, but it saved me money.
yeah.
So thank you, Empire of the Ants. And then finally, Forspoken came out on PlayStation Plus, and I've been putting that game off because I've heard mixed things about it. Um, and I've almost pulled the trigger on purchasing it many times, and I just like, this screams the type of game that will come out on PlayStation Plus someday, and
Hmm.
it finally did. Um, and I don't know how many hours I am into it, but I am in the fourth chapter. I'd probably say I'm 10 to 20 hours in.
Oh,
It,
so it sounds like you're into it.
um, well, in true Square Enix style, the game doesn't seem to open up until this point.
Oh,
It's just a really long set of intros to the game, story, the world, the mechanics. It's just like, typical Square game where it's just like, it keeps opening and opening and opening and opening until you get to the point where it's like, hey, now you can go anywhere and do anything, and uh, so I haven't started that point yet. I think I'm at that point because I'm in the main city, and it's like, hey, okay, now you can go out. And I'm like, okay, cool. So this is where it's going to open up. Um, but I definitely understand where the reviews are coming from. It's definitely a mixed bag of like, sometimes visually it's stunning, and then other times you're like, man, this looks like a PS2 game. Like, what happened? Like the town itself is so bland, so
mm,
boring, so colorless, just bleh. And just these, like, how like the PS2, you would walk into like a room in the game, and how things were just like not scaled correctly. So like the room was huge, but it wasn't populated with anything, like no furniture, like,
yeah.
like that kind of thing. That's what this game feels like in the town, where it's just like these huge open courtyards with the same flat texture for the floor, for the whole
Mm,
thing, and just sporadic people just standing around doing nothing, and nothing really is filling the void. Like it's just the town is just lacking character. Um, but at the same time, I love the main character. Some people find her annoying and pretentious. I find her a little bit endearing, and somewhat realistic.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm looking at what some people have
said about it.
said about it, and I'm seeing people make sort of the same comments that it's kind of an empty game
Yeah,
world.
yeah. The So do you remember when Final Fantasy 14 came out and people hated it
Yeah,
because it was basically unfinished? That's what the
yeah,
game world feels like. It's like an MMO world, but it's not an MMO. It almost
yeah.
feels like this
Well,
game
then
was meant
it
to be an MMO at some point. Like, it really
it
feels that
probably
way.
will not surprise you to learn that this was from
Oh,
some of the team members were from
FF14.
well, from Final Fantasy 15, but were
Oh,
from a Final Fantasy project. I didn't know that this game was developed in Japan. I knew it was published by Square Enix, but I did
mm,
not know it was developed by one of their internal studios. So
Luminous
yeah, so that's
Luminous
interesting.
Studios. Yeah, like you can definitely tell this game was in development hell, I think, for a little bit,
Yeah.
because it just feels like compartmentalized. But like I said, that being said, there are parts that are so intriguing that it is keeping me playing. And then there's parts of it where I'm like, man, what happened with this game? Like it's just strange. It's so piecemeal. There's so many things where I'm like, oh, this is super cool, and then I get to something and I'm like, what the heck? Like I'll give you a perfect example of how it feels like it was in development hell. I just did one of those side missions that feels very MMO like, where it's like, go find, go feed the sheep that are hungry in this
Oh,
field, and I was like, really, we're doing this stuff? Okay,
that's what I'm doing in this massive fantasy game. Is
yeah, I'm feeding sheep.
yeah.
So I do it, and this is so annoying. I laughed when this happened. So I find the first sheep, and you click triangle to take feed the sheep, and the animation for your character starts bending down on one knee, and then it fades to black, and then you just get this text that says "fed the sheep,"
What?
and then it fades back, and you can see the sheep chewing. So I'm like, so you guys just skipped the animation where she just,
What?
does this? Why did you
What?
do that?
Why?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it?
why?
It would like as somebody who has just spent the last week practicing character animation, like I can tell you, it's a lot faster to just extend the arm and unfurl the palm
Yeah,
than it is to program a fade out
fade
and
out.
fade back in.
Yeah.
Like,
You didn't even need to program her feeding the sheep.
yeah, why not just walk up to the sheep and do the? Oh my god.
Yeah, like so many games I've played don't have an animation for it. It just says, the sheep just starts eating when you click
Yeah,
a
or there's like a
triangle.
box that just comes up and says you fed the sheep
Yeah,
or
just like it did,
whatever.
but instead of fading to black,
This
like
is this is
yeah,
like half one and half the other.
yeah.
That's
It's
weird.
there's things like that consistently.
Ugh.
Um, like there's transitions like that just make no sense. Like there was one part where you save this guy, or no, you don't save this guy. He was trapped in this tower, but you didn't know he was there. You meet him, you have a conversation, and then these guards show up, and instead of fighting them, you jump out the window. Um, but it transitions from them just being in the room to them falling, and then from them falling to in the water. But at no point does it like
You don't see them hit the water.
no. Like at no point does your brain go, "Oh, there's a river there." You just see them jump out the window, and you're like, "Why are you jumping out the? Oh, there's a river there."
Oh, okay.
So it's and it misses it misses. There's something missing there. There's like a missing piece in that
Yeah, nothing to
that's
give you an indication that jumping out was a viable option.
yeah. They're just like, oh, okay. And it's not like you're doing it. It's a cinematic. You're watching a
Yeah.
cinematic, but it's not like she pokes her head out and goes, "Okay, there's a river down there. We can
Okay,
go."
yeah, that's an option.
She
Yeah.
just jumps out the window with this dude.
Oh man, good thing there was a river here.
Yeah, I was, and then it fades from them splashing into the river to them walking into the city. So you never, they don't do any animations of them flowing down river or
Or
getting out
seeing
of the
how they got
river.
away,
Yeah,
or it's just
nothing. Yeah, it goes from them falling into the river to them being back in the city. And
that's
it's like
very strange.
there's a lot of that in the game. So that's what I mean. Like the game definitely feels piecemeal, and it definitely feels incomplete. Like either they ran out of time, or B, it was in development hell, and they were like, okay, we got to pull the trigger on this.
Yeah, patch it
Something went
together or
wrong.
something.
Yeah, something went wrong.
Yeah,
Um,
that's very strange.
but I'm still playing it, so now
So
we'll
yeah,
see. Like the magic stuff is fun, the systems are fun, the characters interesting, and they've made me laugh a few times. Some people find them, like I said, pretentious and annoying, but so far I've found them pretty decent. We'll
yeah.
see.
What I saw of that, because I like when it was out and people were talking about it. I saw some footage because people were complaining about the dialogue, and I was like, yeah, it does sound a little annoying, but I mean, she's like a teenager, right? She kind of talks the way I assume a teenager would
Yeah,
talk.
Yeah, I don't know how
So
old she is. I think it might say at some point, like she's like 19, maybe
yeah,
18.
like somewhere between 15 and 25, that
Yeah,
age
yeah,
range. I'm like, yeah, I mean, the way she talks is kind of irritating. But I mean,
yeah. It reminds me of another bad scene. So
that's how
you're in a
somebody that age talks, you know?
yeah, so you're in a jail cell at one point in
Hmm.
the early game, and she's dressed in her like normal human from New York outfit. Like
Yeah,
she's got like a plaid shirt on and jeans and
yeah,
like a
just her
set of
street clothes.
sneakers. Yeah, and this woman comes to save you, and she tosses a what looks like an outfit in into your cell, and she's like, "Put this on. I'll get you out." And she puts it on. I kid you not. It's just a hood.
Oh,
So you're literally walking around town in your freaking like plaid shirt, jeans, and sneakers in this medieval world with a hood on. And apparently
ugh,
the hood is good
ugh.
enough to
Nobody questions
no yeah.
your strange garb.
Yeah, I'm like, how hard would it have been to just give her an outfit?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, there's so many of those like just head scratching things in the
So let
game.
me ask you something.
Yeah,
You're playing this on through PlayStation Plus.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, are you only continuing to play this because you've effectively gotten it for free, or like as part of a subscription that you're paying for anyway?
No, like I said, there's a lot of weirdness to it, but there's also a lot of like endearingness to it. Like for every odd transition, there's also a good scene with
Okay.
interesting dialogue and this overarching mystery that I kind of want to see more of. And then the gameplay, like the combat, is kind of decent. It's just enough to keep me going. But I think what will either keep me or put a nail in the coffin is this next step. It's like, okay, now you're going to release me. Now I'm going to be free to roam.
Yeah.
Is this the point at which I go, oh, this game's not good? Or is
Yeah.
this the point at which I
Does it
go,
actually
okay,
open up and deliver?
yeah, does it deliver at this point? Because you've got me. Now you got to keep me. I'm at that
See,
point in the
I
game.
never would have gotten that far.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I would. Like one of these days, I am gonna. At least I plan to at some point try Final Fantasy 13 because like I've only played like the first 30 minutes of that game. Um, and one day I do want to give it a like an honest try, but like I just don't feel enthusiastic about it, which is why it hasn't happened yet. And that's a game that's also very similar. Is that
Hmm.
it does open up, but you got to put in a lot of time before it does. And it's like, can I really get through all that? Like, do I have the patience to? Because I feel like the game should just start at whatever point it becomes good. You know?
No, I know. I get you. No, I by any means, I'm not. I wouldn't give this game a 9, and out of
Yeah,
10. Right now, it's sitting at like a 6. I want to say it's
that's a pretty
just
unsure six.
yeah. It's like a 6.5 if I could. But
Yeah.
our rating scale is 1 to through 10 for a reason. Um, yeah, it's tough to like if I was to sit here and be like, which would you rather play, this or Final Fantasy 16? I mean,
Oh
Final
yeah,
Fantasy 16 is like a 10, and this
yeah.
is a 6.
I've
They're very similar games too.
yeah. I still that's gonna be one of the games that I talk about today.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, when we come back for episode 28, I'll have more to say.
Hmm.
We'll see. We'll see if it keeps me or if it's another game that will be taken off of my backlog.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also tried Sonic Frontiers because that came out on PS Plus, but um, nah.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly, like, oh, this is another 3D Sonic game. Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that the open world one?
Open world esque. Yeah. It's like
Yeah. That
they call it open zone.
uh. Like
Yeah.
they should just make a fully open world Sonic game where you can just run around like crazy. though it would have to be huge to accommodate that speed because you'd get across an area in like 10 seconds.
It is pretty big, but it's also just like they have these like the ping pong things.
Yeah.
Boing! Like they're just seeing them in like this like realistic rendered world,
Yeah.
and then these like the rails that you slide on are just like in the sky, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, but I don't care about that because the rails are fun. That was the best part of Sonic Adventure 2.
This is true. The ping ponging and the rails are super fun. It's the running and the combat that are like I got to a point where you fight this boss who it's huge. It's like a Shadow of the Colossus type thing, and it
Hmm.
slams down one of its arms, and then you have to run up it through a series of gates that make you speed up each time you hit them, and then
Yeah.
it flings you up into the air, and then you have to land on top of it and then hit it several times.
Yeah.
But the controls are not good enough when you're going that fast. So like I think I flew off in like random directions 6 times in a row, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of been my problem with the 3D Sonic games is that the
yeah,
speed works really well when you've only got two dimensions to worry about because what you're basically doing is you're either going up or down and you're always going forward in the same direction. You're always going to the right.
yeah, yeah.
So you don't have to think too hard about it and you can really focus on reacting. But in the 3D Sonic games, you can go in 360 degrees and
There's they
it
definitely have ways of fixing that though,
they do.
but they just don't do it. That's the problem.
Hmm.
Like when you're going up this ramp and going through these zones, the controls should quickly change where
Yeah.
it doesn't let you go left or right
Yeah,
that
and
far, you know?
that's the thing is that some of these stages just kind of take control for a little bit. Like in the very first level of Sonic Adventure, where
Mm.
the killer whale is tearing up the docks.
Yeah, it's pretty
The
much on rails.
Yeah, well, the thing to do, the best thing to do is just to take your hands off the controller because
Just
you
watch.
can,
Yeah.
yeah, you can still control Sonic and you can actually screw it up and make him run off the pier instead of
Yeah.
hitting the next.
Or stop.
Yeah,
I've done that before. I'm
yeah.
like,
So
oh,
it makes more sense to just take your hand off the controller and just watch because he'll make it every time if you do that.
yeah.
Um, but then it's like, oh, I this really cool thing that I had no part in. It's just like I sympathize with Sonic Team because it's hard to do a Sonic game in 3D that does justice to the speed of the original games. But if you
Yeah.
slow it down, well, it's not really a Sonic game anymore, is it? So it's a balancing act.
Well, I think they could get around that if they just if they compartmentalized things a little bit. And normally compartmentalizing is bad, but in this case I think it would be a good thing if they did 3D exploration slow, platformery,
Yeah,
and then there are these sections of speed, and
yeah.
those are finely tuned sections of speed.
Or like a multiple path thing where you can
Yeah,
take this path because that's also very similar to the Genesis games is you can take the high road or the low road. Sometimes there's a middle road and you can swap back and forth between them at several junctions, which
yeah,
some of the 3D Sonic games do. Like sometimes the rails, like the sky rails, there will be ones that go this way and ones that go that way, and it's like if you go this way you can it's harder but you can find something cool for the Chow Garden mini game.
yeah,
If you go
yeah,
this way, it's easier and it's just some rings or whatever.
yeah,
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 so some of them do it better than others,
yeah,
but I do
yeah,
find that the Sonic stages in those games are consistently the most inconsistent.
yeah.
Like I,
Oh
I
yeah.
like I like the treasure hunting Knuckles stages the most in those games.
Well, in Frontiers they have like classic levels that are
Mm-hmm.
strewn scattered through
Strewn, I think, is the word you're
strewn.
looking
That's the
for.
word. Yeah,
Yeah.
strewn throughout the worlds that you unlock by
Mm-hmm.
doing certain tasks and stuff like that. And they are literally just a 3D, 2D, or a 3D version of the 2D
Oh, okay.
idea of the game. So you're just like zooming through it straight. You're just going straight. And you have to either like dodge left, hit an enemy, boom, boom, boom. Like it's
Yeah, they've got a mobile game that's like that, I believe, where it's just one of those games where you have like three lanes,
yeah,
left,
yeah,
middle,
yeah,
and
yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah. There was a
And
rail section of that where you're like jumping from rail to rail,
yeah,
dodging like electric beams and stuff.
yep, they
On
do that in a
and
bunch of those.
yeah, yeah, and that's where I think the game shines is those levels.
Hmm.
So it's like, how do you translate that to a full AAA game? And again, that's what I think you do. You compartmentalize it. You have those sections, and then in between those sections, you have very good, slow paced 3D platforming like Mario, but you have
Yeah,
to change your controls because you can't have the same fidelity that you have in those speed sections that you do in the small and or in the slow sections because it doesn't translate well.
yeah,
You know,
you'd be going way too fast.
yeah, and they do have jumping in Sonic Frontiers and platforming. It's very
Hmm.
basic though, and
Yeah,
you can feel that the controls just aren't precise enough to do anything like significant. So they're just like giant square platforms because they don't want you to get
yeah,
frustrated and fall. So it's like you can do it. You just need to create two games in one kind of
yeah,
thing. Which Mario Odyssey did a couple of times. They had like those 2D sections that were
yeah.
like interspersed with the 3D sections. So they can do it. They just need to have a good direction, a good game direction.
I guess, although that's a bad example for me because I didn't like Mario Odyssey.
Oh, well,
I
to
thought it
each their
was
own.
I thought it was way too easy and did not make interesting enough use of like the possession mechanics.
Um, I will agree it was way too easy,
Now
except for
that I
the
can forgive because it's a game for kids, but
yeah. Well, tell that to Super Mario Sunshine. That game was hard.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it was too easy, except for the post game levels. Holy crap, those are insanely hard.
I haven't finished it. I
Oh,
lost
cool.
the will to finish it. I got to
I
the moon
lost
and
the
I was
will.
yeah, I got to the moon and I was like, meh.
The moon. That's the last. That's the post game.
Isn't it?
Oh wait. Oh
It's
wait.
like right before the final, isn't it?
Mm,
I
I
didn't
know the
have
post.
a
I know the post game stuff is on the moon. Maybe you just return there or something, and it
I
expands or
guess.
something.
I didn't have the final battle with Bowser though, so
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. It is the post game stuff is on the moon, and you have to like, if I remember correctly, you have to like do it all in one run. It's
eh.
so there's something weird. It's really hard. I never did it because I was like, okay, I've had my share of Mario. I don't need Mario.
Yeah, I just want Mario 64 too, man. That's all I want. Which I guess
Yeah.
Sunshine basically was.
No, it wasn't. Super
Well,
Mario
it kind of
Sunshine
was.
was get rid of the squirt gun, get rid of Bowser in the bathtub. You know, put it back
I
in the
like
castle.
I like the squirt gun.
It was fine, but it's not a Mario
It's a
game.
gimmick. You can
It's a
do it.
gimmick. Yeah,
You can do a gimmick, but I just
I will
want
say
that.
the best parts of Mario Sunshine were those levels that you don't have it.
Yeah, they take it away and it's like
Yeah,
a yeah.
the
I like
classic
those.
music and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, those were
Yeah, and
awesome.
just like the classic acapella, they're just going do
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 do do
do.
do do
Yes,
do.
so good,
Yeah,
so
do
good,
do 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 do
and they
do
were
do
hard
do.
too.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's move
Yeah.
on. We got way off topic.
Yep.
So skipping letter time, skipping Metacritic check-in. We'll check in the new year. Let's get to the news. You have more than me, so
Yeah,
you have three.
wow, I got more than three.
I got one of yours.
Yeah, you got one of mine.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of stuff. This is all from Eurogamer. So we got two Ubisoft stories. One is that Ubisoft has released a new Web 3 game. I really hope you can hear those finger quotes. Based on the Captain Laserhawk cartoon that they put out last year, which I will say was a decent show. But now they've put out Captain Laserhawk, the game. And it's I guess it's a top-down shooter, and it's got NFTs. Yeah. Um, and this came out with like zero fanfare.
Of
Like
course it did.
even Eurogamer is like surprised by it. They described it as quietly releasing. So I guess there's no Like there was no pre-release hype, there was no review copies, I guess. And they just put it out there, and they want you to. Let me see here. They have a price. The NFT costs $25.63, which is a weird price tag to put on Eurogamer, but I'm going to assume that's $25.63 US dollars.
Hmm.
So yeah, Ubisoft is still trying to pull this NFT shit.
Yeah, and their stock dropped after they. So if you remember earlier in the month, their stock rose because of the rumors of a buyout from Tencent, and then when that really didn't seem to happen, it went right back down again.
So. Yeah. So, and then we talked a little bit about this before the show when we were double checking everything. The other NFT game that they put out,
Champions Tactics,
Champions
Grimoire
Tactics.
Chronicles.
Yeah, which I described as sounding like a fucking generic ass mobile game.
Yep. It's because basically that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's on PC.
And that just came out in October, so not all that long ago.
Was it? Wasn't it in July? Oh no, it was more recent than that, right?
Yeah.
Brutal.
And at one point, and I'm looking at this. This is also an article on Eurogamer about Champions. Apparently, the person. Or somebody in charge of NFTs at Ubisoft said that players just don't get it. It's just like, no, the players get it. It's you who doesn't get it.
Yeah, it's you.
You don't get that we don't want that shit.
No.
Here's how this works, Ubisoft. You make stuff, and if we want it, we buy it. Not you make stuff and then expect us to buy it. I know that's not how you see it, but that's how it is. You know, the consumers decide what they buy and what is in demand. And if we say that we don't want NFTs, that means they're not in demand. So it's you who doesn't get it. Fuckface.
Yep. I don't know who's making the decisions over there, but they are on some serious crack.
Yeah. So that's Ubisoft News Part 1. Ubisoft News Part 2 is about X Defiant, which as we talked about last week, I believe, it is
shutting down in February or something like that.
Is it shutting down, or is it just being sunset?
So it's currently no longer available to download, and its servers will go down on June 3rd.
Okay, so it'll be up for half a year.
Yeah,
which is what we thought Sony would do with Concord. Slap that on the bingo card. But and
Ubisoft.
Yeah. So now they've put out their final content patch, which has all the stuff I guess that they'd finished that they were planning to release as seasonal things.
All at once.
So Mark Rubin, who is the executive producer of the game, says we have our season 3 content plus some of the content from season 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh no. They really thought that was going to last longer. And now, to be fair, Ubisoft did say it would last longer, and then they said,
"Oh shit, we were wrong."
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate for that team, but I mean that's Ubisoft for you.
Yeah, I think they said they were shuttering that team as well.
Oh.
Yeah, absorbing most of the people into other projects.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Okay. All right. Next one that I have is again from Eurogamer. Tencent pulls directors from Epic's executive board following antitrust scrutiny from U.S. Justice Department. And this is apparently because Tencent had people, specifically Tencent people, on Epic's board, whilst also owning Riot Games, which makes League of Legends, and Valorant, which is a competitor to Epic. This would be like if you had somebody sitting on both PlayStation and Xbox's board, right? Like the
Mm-hmm.
same person. It'd be a conflict of interest. Um, so now, because the Justice Department uh, has investigated, Tencent has pulled those people from the Epic Games board. So
A
that's
Chinese company doing shady shit?
well,
No. No, you don't say.
it's yeah, it's a very strange situation when a company like that owns so many big players.
Yeah, them and Embracer are
Mm-hmm.
scary, scary companies.
Yes, but we do have better news. Elder Scrolls Online developer has voted to unionize. So ZeniMax Online Studios, which is the branch of ZeniMax, which is the parent company of Bethesda, that does the Elder Scrolls Online game, are now have voted to unionize. And it says here that 461 members have joined, which is a tremendous amount, including web developers, designers, engineers, and graphic artists. Some of those are kind of non-specific, but I guess it's just it's a lot of people, from various various jobs, various positions at the studio. So that's great. Love to hear that. And then
Before you
the
go on to the next one, I don't know why I just realized this, but there's got to be a ticking clock on ZeniMax, right?
what do
Because
you mean?
Microsoft owns them.
Yeah.
So Bethesda is a subsidiary of ZeniMax, which is a subsidiary of Microsoft. Like, why don't you
Hmm.
just get rid of ZeniMax? Why do we need ZeniMax now?
Um, it's probably some kind of there's probably legal reasons why it's complicated to dissolve ZeniMax and then not the companies under them. I admit
Mm,
I don't know the
I feel like
uh,
that has to be like an eventuality. Like, it just doesn't make any
I
sense
don't know. I
to
don't know the minutia of like corporate subsidiary structure
no, me
shit,
either. Yeah,
but there's probably some kind of reason that makes that difficult or
yeah,
something.
time consuming maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, so following up on a story that we've talked about last week is Sony and Kanakawa. So Sony had previously expressed an interest to buy Katakawa outright. Um, what has now happened is they already owned stake in Katakawa, and they've now purchased more stake. They are now about uh, uh, they now hold about 10% of the company's shares, and are now its largest shareholder. So that's definitely not to the same degree as a buyout, but I mean, it could just be the start. As far as I know, there's nothing that prevents them from buying more shares in the company, um, which I would like to not happen because that will just bring further consolidation of primarily the anime industry, which Sony already has massive ownership in. They bought Funimation, which was a company that dubbed and distributed anime here in North America, and they also bought Crunchyroll, which is by far the largest anime streaming platform. And they actually rolled Funimation into Crunchyroll, and then just shut down Funimation altogether. So,
That one I don't mind, honestly, because having anime split between two or three different you know different services is annoying because it's like, oh, I get this, this, and this on that. Like, it's just as annoying as like having to have Netflix and having to have Amazon Prime and having to have Apple TV.
It
It's like,
is, but the problem is when one company owns it, it's very anti-competitive.
oh, I
So,
agree.
yeah, Sony can just go, oh, well, what if let's say we want to raise, like, before, when Funimation had their own streaming service and when Crunchyroll was its own streaming service, they would keep each other in check. One of them wasn't going to do a massive price hike because it would
Yeah,
drive
yeah, yeah.
people to the other one.
Yeah.
Now that there's no competition there, Sony can just say, "Hey, we want more money from Crunchyroll," and Crunchyroll raises their prices by $5 a month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add up
Five
all that
dollars
in a year,
times millions of subscribers.
yeah. So
Yeah.
having more consolidation is uh, not what I want. And obviously, people talk about this in the gaming space because Katakawa owns From Software. But again, it is absolutely critical that we point out that uh, Katakawa is so much more than just the owner of From Software. And has their fingers in so many pies, and that's the real prize for Sony. From Software is a bonus, and I'm sure that they want From Software. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that they would love to have From Software's games be exclusive going forward, but
yeah.
it's not just about From Software. Is
No,
absolutely not just about From Software. So this is better than a full acquisition, but I hope if this is as far as it goes, fine. I hope it doesn't go any further than this.
time will tell.
Yeah.
It might just be like a thing that's a way for Sony to prove that they have the best interest of you know um their properties in mind, and Katakawa is a little sketchy on that. Maybe I don't know.
I have no idea.
Who knows? All right. I only have one. It's not even really news per se, um, but some interesting Steam stats came out. Something called Steam Replay was released, which is basically just like stats and whatnot for
Yeah,
2024.
I saw that when it came up, and I was like, don't care.
Yeah, some of it's interesting.
People are. I'm at the point where I'm considering muting the word Spotify and Wrapped on BlueSky because I'm just so sick of people posting that and just seeing it constantly. I do not give a fuck what music you listen to. Genuinely I genuinely could not care less about anything in the world. And the same is true of what games you played, what movies you watched. Like maybe that's interesting for you. Nobody else gives a shit. It's like when you try to describe a dream you had to somebody. Nobody cares.
Well, I didn't mean like specifics for people. I meant like overall stats for the way that Steam is
Oh,
being
okay.
used. Yeah, like I couldn't give two shits about anyone's individual
Yeah.
individual things either. One of the most interesting stats that was revealed that 15% of playtime spent by Steam users in 2024 were on games released in 2024,
Yeah. Okay.
which is actually up from the
Yeah.
previous year.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Steam Replay also reveals 47% of playtime spent by all Steam users was in releases from the last 1 to 7 years,
Yeah. That makes sense.
and a sizable 37% spent their time in classic games from 8 or more years ago.
Also makes sense because a lot of that is a lot of people playing Counter Strike. You know,
Wow.
a
Yeah.
lot of people playing Team Fortress 2. Um, and those are, well,
Ow.
I guess, is Counter Strike 2 still counted as like CSGO? Or is that considered a new
Uh,
release?
I don't know. That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Because that would change like when because CSGO is from over a decade ago. But
Oh
if
yeah,
they,
yeah, here it is. Yeah, it says the top 3 most played games on Steam by concurrent players in 2024 were Counter Strike 2, PUBG, and Dota 2.
Yeah.
I can't believe PUBG is still that popular. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, but also like
Dota 2 makes sense, but
you don't get Fortnite stats on Steam because it's not on Steam. I bet if you compared the
yeah.
PUBG numbers to the
Oh
Fortnite
yeah,
numbers,
no.
they'd be a lot smaller.
Oh yeah, definitely. But still, for PUBG to be second place, that's substantial.
Yeah, people really like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. And the thing is because Steam has games from from so many, like Steam has games that predate Steam. You can get DOS games on Steam. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest that games released in 2024 only account for about 15% of playtime. Like that makes perfect sense because people are going to play other stuff, and as the years go on, I expect that number actually to get smaller because there are going to be people who just continue to stick with the old stuff that they like. So the fact that it's up is actually a little bit surprising.
Yeah, it's actually up pretty significantly. Last year it was only 9%.
Yeah, that's about where I'd
That,
expect it to be. So
yeah,
that's
6% increase.
That is quite a lot.
I think games like Helldivers 2 and Black Myth Wukong set a bunch of records this year in Power World. So I bet you a lot of that has to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Baldur's Gate 3 probably accounted for a lot of that.
Well, Baldur's Gate 3 came out in 2023.
Yeah, at the end of 2023.
Okay.
So people would be playing that for ages, especially after every patch that came out in 2024. Meanwhile, Steam Replay reveals the median number of games played by Steam users this year was just 4.
Yeah.
Which is
because some people just
low.
play like the one game. Like there are people who just play Counter-Strike.
Apparently.
But then there are also people like me who, probably spend most of their time in Steam across like 4 or 5 different games in a year. And then like occasionally popping into other ones. Like I played Nuclear Blaze briefly because it wasn't very long and that's all it took for me to beat it. But that is a additional game. That doesn't surprise me. There are some people who play lots of different games regularly, but yeah, that's not.
It's not the average
and the other thing is that you do that because you have Game Pass and PS Plus. If you had to buy them on Steam, you wouldn't play that many games in a year because it would get way too pricey.
I did for a long time. And yeah, you're right. It was very pricey.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's like how I played way more games when you could go to a video store and rent games.
Which is probably why they don't do that anymore.
Well,
I really wish they would, but
it's that, and also there's no video stores anymore.
Yeah, I mean there could be. You know what I mean? Like why don't people rent games anymore? It's weird.
Oh, there's just no place to rent them.
Yeah, I know, but like why don't people open those stores now? You know what I mean? Like I feel like that would be a huge deal if someone opened up a rental store again.
I don't know. I think people are now too accustomed to just getting things digitally. And just
so they'd rather pay full price for it than rent it, eh?
Well, the other thing is that there's so much that you can't get in a physical release because so much stuff is digital only. Like think about all the indie games that will never ever get a physical release.
Yeah, one of the games that I'm going to be talking about in our topic of the week is one of those games, and it will probably surprise you.
Oh, okay.
That it's digital only. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was interesting stats to look at. I like stuff like that sort of opens the gate to the industry and how people play games and stuff like that. So, all right, let's move on to the big chunk of the show, which is topic of the week, which is a 3-pronged topic of the week. We're going to talk about our backlogs. We're going to talk about the games that were released in 2024 and what's ahead in 2025 and beyond. So let's start with our backlogs. I might as well just kick things off with that game.
I will do this by opening up my Steam library because it was easier to do that than to make a list.
Yeah, so we're not going to talk about our entire backlogs because that would take 7 hours probably.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pick our top 5 most, well, the games we want to get to as quickly as possible, I think is the best way of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I will start with the game that I was just referring to, which is digital only, and I didn't know it was digital only, and it's kind of crazy. Alan Wake 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's on sale right now until like the end of December on PlayStation, so I'm eyeing it.
I got really disappointed because you said on sale right now, and I went to store, and then you said on PlayStation. I was like,
It might be on. It's also on sale on Xbox, so it might be like it might be on Steam as well.
it would
Both,
help
both
if I spelled it correctly. Where is it?
Is it not on Steam?
Is it not on Steam? Is it only on the Epic Game Store?
Well, it's an Xbox exclusive. Maybe it's only on Microsoft Store.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I know it's on Game Pass. No, it's not on Game Pass. Never mind.
Let me look real quick. So it is on PC, but
Oh, it's the Epic Game Store. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. God damn it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
I'll check and see if it's on sale for you, even though you probably won't buy it from there anyway. It is. Yeah, it's on sale. Yeah, I find that if it's on sale on console, it's usually on sale on PC. But yeah, Alan Wake 2, man. I think I talked about it once before, but I played a 1 hour trial of it, and holy crap. I almost went out and bought it that second when the trial ended because, it's fantastic. It is gorgeous. It is audibly amazing. It's so good. It does have that odd Remedy style writing, which I hate.
Really? Because Remedy is generally praised for their writing, and I generally like it.
Have you played Control?
No, that's a backlog game.
So you've only played one Remedy game then? Alan Wake 1?
No, I've played Max Payne.
Oh. Yeah, Max Payne doesn't have the weird writing to me. Control, Alan Wake, Quantum Break. Yeah. They all had this like esoteric, almost cheesy level of writing.
That's the point.
Yeah, but Control was terrible for its dialogue. It was so confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could at least tolerate it in Alan Wake 2 from the trial. But it's the atmosphere. It was so good, and I barely got into it. Like it was, I only got an hour in, and there was almost no action. It was almost all just wandering around and doing detective stuff. So I can't wait to play that game. So excited.
Yeah, so that's also one that I need to play. And I was gonna say, maybe because Control is on Steam, maybe I just get Control, which is actually, holy shit! Hold on a second. It's on sale for $11.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'd be surprised if Control is not super cheap right now.
You know what? This is 80% off. You know what?
That sounds like a pull the trigger to me.
I'm just gonna, if you don't mind me taking a moment here,
to buy the game.
Yeah.
It won't take long, that's for sure.
Where's... There we go. Continue to payment. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, Control's good. I never beat it, but it's good. It got old for me. It's one of those games where they hover this mystery over you.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But they do a lot of like non-answers all the time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of points in the story of where you're like, why don't you just say something? If you just say something, then we don't have to go through this crap. Just say something to this person.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff where I'm just like, okay, we're just extending this journey for no reason. You know, we're just
Oh man,
there's a lot.
Okami is on sale for $6.
Great game.
Eh.
Oh yeah, you never played that either, did you?
Well, I kind of played it.
Oh yeah, you said you couldn't get through the opening, right?
Well, I got through the opening and then I didn't feel like playing it anymore, so I played like 5 minutes of it.
Well, I mean, the sequel's coming, so
Yeah.
maybe I should play it again, honestly. All right, what's your second game? Or your first game? Your second game? Your first game?
Well, I mean, I guess I technically count Control and Alan Wake as Alan Wake 2 as part of that. I gotta fucking finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. I gotta do that.
Wow, you never. Wow, I'm shocked that you haven't done that. That seems like one of your top, like it should be one of your top priorities. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's stuff. Other stuff keeps coming up.
Have you already been spoiled?
Well, it's Final Fantasy VII. I know
so
that
you have. So you haven't. Okay.
No, I know that stuff changes. I know that there's different stuff.
But you don't know what.
Well, I kind of know because it's been long enough that people are talking about it. I don't know every single thing.
Okay, well,
but I've seen the ghosts changing shit. So I've gotten far enough to see that. So I know that there's more with that.
Okay.
And I have in fact seen the very last moment of that game.
You are a weird person.
No, it's not my fault. Okay, it's been long enough that people are just comfortable talking about it, and I saw it and I was like, "What's this?" Oh, okay. Well, I guess I know that now.
Yeah, this is why I stay off of like message boards.
I can't stay off social media for like the 2 years or the 3 years that this game has been out. It's my fault for not getting to it sooner. That's why it's a backlog.
Well, that's true. Well, that's true.
You know,
get to it sooner. I'm
not going to complain about spoilers when it's, that
just sucks though, because it was such an impactful. Like if I was playing this, like as a younger person, like if I was like I don't know 17, 16, something like that, and I had played the original and then I played this, I'd be like.
Yeah,
like face blown off type moment.
The fact of the matter is, it took like a year for the game to get ported to PC, so there was no way for me to avoid spoilers.
Well, you know what you could do?
Go out and buy a fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, stop buying fucking PC bullshit and come on over to the light side.
Why
come to console land?
Yeah, so I can fucking spend like hundreds of dollars on a thing that only plays games that I can already play on my bitchin' PC.
Well, so don't buy it. When the next time it comes around that you need a new PC, buy a PlayStation.
But
then you don't have a PC anymore.
I need the bitchin' PC for other stuff, to make intros to your shows, which I'm doing for free. Stay tuned for new intros to Wrestling Renaissance in the new year, folks. Now with particle effects. There's lightning and smoke and shit. There's fireworks.
Smoke? I don't think there's smoke. Is there smoke?
Yeah, the logo emerges from the smoke.
I thought it emerges from darkness. No?
Well, the smoke.
Yes,
the smoke is the darkness because it obscures the light. That's done with a smoke effect.
Oh shit! I need a beer.
There's lightning. It's very cool. All right.
It's very cool.
Yes, it is very cool.
It's very cool.
I'm proud of the work that I did. And if you don't want those renders to take forever, I gotta have the bitchin' PC
with the massive case.
With the case wasn't strictly necessary.
No, it was not.
The case was for laughs.
It got those.
It does get those. I'm sitting here at my desk. I have to look up to see. I can't see the top of the case. I have to stand up to hit the power button because it's on the top, or I have to reach over and kind of fondle around the top I/O panel.
Don't ever say the word fondle around me.
I chose that word specifically because I knew it would make you uncomfortable.
It does.
Anyway, the point is, it's not the end of the world that I know that Zach shows up. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I to be fair, I haven't played Rebirth, but
Yeah,
it's also because it's $93.
yeah. I knew that Eris died before I got to that point in Final Fantasy VII originally. It's not.
Oh,
It's
that
not
would
the.
suck. Oh
It's
man.
not the end of the world. It's
Oh,
not the end of the world.
so those type of moments are like what gaming's all about, though.
No,
Those
gaming is
moments.
about the playing of the game and enjoying it. Just having a cool story is a plus, but I care far more about the gameplay. I'm not
That's
gonna.
fair.
I would love to not have stuff spoiled, but the reality is that's just not possible 100% of the time. So, I just learned to live with it and enjoy the gameplay. You know,
That's fair. Oh crap! I'm yawning. Not good.
yeah,
Okay, let me get to my second game.
yeah,
Game of the year, Astrobot.
yeah.
I want to play it so badly, but I also know that this game is eventually going to come to PS Plus. So
Hmm.
there's no point in me spending $90 on it.
Yeah.
I might have to wait a year, maybe even two, for Astrobot to come to PlayStation Plus. But I am certain it will join the
Listen to
ranks.
you. You're saying, oh, you should get rid of your PC and get a PlayStation so you don't have to wait a year for the game to come. And now you're like, oh, I gotta wait for it to come to PS Plus.
Yeah, but it's not a story-based game. It's a gameplay. It's literally just a platformer
Uh,
that plays an ode to
Fucking
PlayStation.
double standard.
Hey, I have every console except PC, I guess. I mean, I do have a PC, but
Yeah,
it's not a gaming PC.
it's
At least
not a
it's not
gaming PC.
anymore. Not anymore. I can
It's
play
a
it.
gaming PC if you want to play old shit.
I can play old shit, and I can play indie, like
Yeah, I bet it
lower.
would play Half-Life 2 really well.
Shut up! It's not that bad. I play Heroes of the Storm on it. That's pretty substantial. I
Yeah.
play
Okay.
uh what's probably I'm trying to think of what the most substantial graphical game I could play in this thing is.
Minecraft.
I hate you right now.
No, but seriously though, Minecraft is not a joke because if you set the draw distance on that game up, it's actually pretty demanding.
It's also got ray tracing on PC.
Yeah, it has ray tracing. It's had ray tracing for a while.
Yeah, why is that is I don't think we've ever talked about this. Why does the console version not have ray tracing yet?
I think
That
we
is
have talked about that, and it
that
is
is
absurd.
it's absurd. It's
'Cause
so
they can
absurd.
do ray tracing now. Also, why the fuck does Minecraft have ray tracing in the first place?
It
It's
does make it look 10 times better, I will say.
it's like a joke that somebody said. It's like an April Fool's joke that somebody said, "Oh no, let's actually do that."
No, what the April Fool's joke is the fact that it was available on the Minecraft preview,
Mm.
and then they took it
Oh
away,
yeah,
and then never implemented it
yeah, yeah.
after. It's been like 4 years since they did that. Like idiots. That made me so mad. I
Yeah.
post I when I had Twitter, I would like once a year I would go on their Minecraft account and just at them. Hey,
Yeah.
where's ray tracing on Xbox?
Yeah.
No, it never got a response. I don't know. That's one of the weirder
Oh, one of my
things.
Steam friends is playing Final Fantasy X or 10-2 HD remastered.
One is a great game, the other is not.
Yeah, that's actually also a backlog title for me. These are not all going to be recent games. There's a
Is,
lot here.
is that your second game then? Final Fantasy
Uh,
10 too?
Well,
Or 10?
I was I was gonna say I gotta finish Armored Core 6,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
but we can also lump Final Fantasy X in there, I guess.
Sure, why
Look,
not?
I did get to something that was on my backlog list this year. I did do Death Stranding,
That's true.
and that was a
That's
long
true.
game. We've talked
Yes.
about that game a lot.
Yeah.
Can I say
No.
because I've got nowhere else to put no, fuck you, I'm gonna anyway. Because I've got nowhere else to say this.
Can
I've
I
not
say?
played I've not played Indiana Jones and the Great Circle yet, obviously, because I got a million other things on my plate.
That is
But-
on my backlog. Yeah.
Yeah, but I keep hearing people praising Troy Baker's indie voice, and
Mhm.
like the footage I've seen and the lines of his that I've heard. Maybe it's just because I was playing Death Stranding so recently,
Yeah.
and he's
Oh, you
he's
did
one
talk
of the-
about this last week.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I don't. It just sounds like Troy Baker to me.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this. How I was like, yeah, I when I hear Joel from The Last of Us. That's
Yeah,
who I
right,
hear is
right,
Troy
right.
Baker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I can't tell you. I have a friend who I might be like streaming it alongside, but I don't know if she has the time yet. So
Yeah.
I'm holding off until I know for sure because I don't want to play
Yeah.
it without her if she wants to see it. All right, my next one is Nobody Wants to Die. Have you heard of this?
No.
It didn't. It got a lot of fanfare when it was initially revealed, but then when it came out, it kind of was like, oh, it's just like a linear adventure game, and kind of just faded. But I'm okay with a first-person linear adventure game.
Yeah.
It's like a cyberpunk noir, time traveling mystery kind of
Okay.
game. Yeah, it's hard to explain. But yeah, it's always looked really cool to me. So I really want to kind of it gives me strong like Minority Report vibes.
Okay.
I love that movie so much. So yeah, that's on my list, and it's fairly cheap. It's only like a $40 game. I think it's on sale right now for 20. So that one's also winking at me.
Mm.
Yeah. What else you got?
I got a bunch. I had a whole bunch.
Coconuts?
Oh, here's a good one. You're gonna have no fucking idea what this is. This nobody's gonna know what this is. Absolutely nobody. Impossible Creatures.
I'm gonna Google it.
Impossible Creatures was an RTS game from like I forget when, early 2000s, where you fuse different like the key art here on the Steam, like the game page, is a giant scorpion with a tiger's head. And I have wanted to play this for like 20 years. I've never gotten around to it. I have it fucking installed. It is installed. There's a big green play button right here. In fact, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it right now.
Oh, don't do it. It might fuck up the recording.
No, we're doing it.
It might...
Let's play it windowed though, just to be safe.
Your resources might
no,
cause
this is
problems.
This is like a 20-year-old game, dude.
All right.
Oh, it's gotten updated because it's got a THQ Nordic logo on it.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Here's the problem. It doesn't want to fit my screen dimensions. Hold on. Let's see here. Options. Graphics.
Oh, it's by Relic. Wow. Relic was a good company.
This is not going to work. I'm going to have to. Here's what I'm going to do. Yes, return to Windows. Fuck it. I'm just gonna play it full screen, man. I'm gonna go all in. Here we go. We're doing it. We're doing it. I have a profile, so I've clearly launched this before. All right.
For some reason,
Army Builder. Yeah, let me do a skirmish.
For some reason, when I went to its Steam page, it brought me to like its like Ukraine page, which is weird.
Strange. All right, let's do this. Select army. I'm gonna go with Rex Chance, I guess. Okay, we're going in it. I'm gonna finally play this game right now.
He's eliminating it from his backlog as we speak.
Yeah. Is that a resource? Yeah, I'm getting a resource. Okay. How about that? Can I do I chop down trees? No, I just mine coal? Sure, okay. What does this do? Henchman. Can I build something? Build structures. Cool. What do we got here? Lightning rod? Wicked. Let's put that up. All right. We're doing it. I've got what looks like a cool VTOL thing here. Can I do something with that? Oh no, it's like a crashed. Oh, it's literally like a crashed VTOL as part of the building. Interesting. When do I get to make impossible creatures? When does that happen?
There's a lot of tigers with different heads.
Yeah.
I will say that. So I don't know how varied the animals
Oh, my lightning
are.
thing is done. Oh, it went bzz. Hello. Okay, buddy, what else you got? You got anything cool? Creature chamber. All right, we're gonna build a creature. Here we go. Get that build. Oh yeah, let's use two guys to build it faster. We are fucking running with this bit. Nothing's gonna stop me. I will not stop until I have created an impossible creature. All right, here.
It better look like what was that character we created in the lost episode?
Oh, owl bastard.
Owl bastard! You got to create an owl bastard.
Let's see here. I got something called a spike. That's the hell is this?
I don't think it's a creature.
Uh, it makes farting sounds.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
hold on, let me see what this is. Oh my god, this camera controls are terrible, and I can see the seams in your terrain. Where is he? Here he is. It's like a leopard with the ass of a jaguar or some shit.
Yeah, it looks
What?
like almost all of them are one creature merged with another.
Yeah, that's the point. And
I
it
see
makes
a elephant mixed with an eagle.
oh
That's
boy.
interesting.
Oh,
That
so it's like Dumbo. It's
yeah,
like
with an
when
yeah.
I
Well,
see an elephant fly.
what did you
Oh
just
yeah,
sing? What happened?
yeah. It's from the. I'm a bad singer. Okay, I'm also like there's the racist accents from that movie that I'm not gonna do.
Yeah,
Um,
that game is hardcore racist.
um. Oh,
There's
there's
these
like
like
geothermal.
black and orange creatures. I have no idea what they are though.
Okay, I've wandered around. How do I? Where's the fucking menu? I'm hitting escape and nothing's happening.
Oh,
I
I
have to
hate
click
old
it.
games that do that. There's so many games that I've played that do that. Like remember when I was talking about Submarine Titans?
Yeah.
That game doesn't have an exit button. You have to just Control Alt Delete to get out of it.
What?
Yeah, I could never find where the escape button was.
You can't just Alt F4.
Well, I'm sure you could do that too.
All right,
Although
so
I didn't
there's a
remember
game
trying.
I've technically taken off my backlog in that I've played 4 minutes of it.
Eliminated.
That was a god that's going to be unlistenable. Nobody's going to listen to that. They're just going to skip. I don't blame you, people. It was a shitty bit. It would have been a lot funnier if I had like a video feed going to you, and then you could see me fuck around with the game. But yeah.
It would be cool if we had like a screen share that just pops up in our own window.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh, there's a
anyway.
thing on the community page that's like a crocodile with a hippo body. That actually is kind of terrifying.
That would be a very terrifying creature. That would be a very hungry alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
Good
thanks.
thing it's an impossible creature.
I can see why the game failed. It's only $2 on Steam right now. $2, ladies and gentlemen. You can get that game for $2.
Go fucking buy Impossible Creatures. Or
that's
don't.
Canadian, so it's less than American.
Yeah, so it's like 99 cents or less. It's
Probably.
fucking it's basically free. Go buy Impossible Creatures, I guess.
My next game is Dragon Age Veilguard for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
There was a trial. I played about an hour trial, and I was like, yeah, this is one of those games that is so long and so in depth and so complex that
you need to like block out a month of your life for it.
Yeah, a trial's just not going to do it, and I couldn't get into it. So, it's one of those games, like you said. Yeah, it's a block out your life and just get absorbed into it type of game. So,
man, people are posting a lot of shit in the Impossible Creatures community page. I guess there's people out there who really love this game.
Yeah, I saw the reviews, overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There must be a huge Impossible Creatures fan community. I wonder what the discussion page looks like. Let me take a look at this.
The last post is from like a year ago.
Not super active.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. There's posts from this month.
from this month.
Yeah, there's one
It-
here that's the 14th of December.
does it happen to say, is anyone posting here still?
Um, it seems to be about playing it online.
Anyone
Oh,
want to play?
you have to create an account to play it online.
Oof.
Somebody is still running that? Huh.
That's
I
weird.
mean, it is from long enough ago that you would have had to do that.
That's sad. Remember GameSpy?
Yeah.
Oof, man. All right, what's your fourth one?
Did you have one that I talked through when I was playing it?
No, Dragon Age. I just
Oh,
just
right,
said Dragon Age.
Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got sucked into Impossible Creatures, and now my brain is melted.
Nope. Nope. Not much to say about Dragon Age Valkyrie. Just I want to
Yeah,
play it.
right.
I've heard great things.
God, should I go with another old RTS that I have here from about the same time
Jesus.
period?
What's with you and RTSs? What the hell?
I really like them. I'm just terrible at them.
Yeah, me too.
And there's a bunch that I wanted to play back in the day, but I never got around to. But they're on Steam.
Mm.
But I could also talk about. Oh God, I could go for something really old school. Oh Jesus.
So, say one that you really like is on your top. Like you want to play it like soon. Say Mass Effect.
Okay, but listen, I looked at that because it was on sale and they wanted me to download Origin, and I was like, no.
Legendary Edition's not on Steam?
It is, and they wanted me to download Origin.
Oh, that sucks.
That's not happening. Jesus, I don't know. There's
So now you need a console.
well, I could just fucking. I might as well just buy the Xbox 360 version.
Yeah, you could.
Oh man, there's so many. How do I choose?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do I choose?
This is why you have such a big backlog.
Yeah, it is.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah, fuck it, Sacrifice.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I've played only a little bit of it. I would like to play more of it.
Yeah. Old school.
Yeah. I remember the ads for that game looked so fucking cool because they were like 2-page ads, but they weren't the 2-page spread. It was like it would be on one page and then you'd turn and it would not be on the other side of the page, but it would be the next page. So you'd turn and you'd see it as you opened up the page to the next one instead of just being on the other side of the paper.
Yeah, I remember this game. This game was good, man.
Yeah. Brian Fargo, who is the designer of Wasteland and one of the designers on The Bard's Tale, says that it's his favorite game of all time.
It's a real-time strategy game?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a third-person action game.
Huh? Oh man, I got another one from that era.
In Sacrifice, players control wizards looking over their characters from behind. Each match starts the player with a wizard and an altar.
Wizard.
Players move their wizards around a virtual world, directing armies and casting spells to eliminate their opponents. Player's wizard defeats an opponent by desecrating his or her altar. I don't remember being...
I like that. You defeat the enemy by desecrating.
Yeah, so what do? You just take a piss on it? You have desecrated the altar.
I mean, if this
that.
was black and white, you might actually get your creature to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you ever throw shit in the enemy food supply? Because I did.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
Yeah, you could pick up their shit and throw it, and it poisons their food.
Oh, so that's the multiplayer, not the single player. The single player begins with a meeting between the protagonist and the blind seer Mithras on a war-torn world. Through voiceovers and cutscenes rendered by the game engine. I like how it has to point that out. Mm-hmm. Eldred recounts Mithras' background, the events, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's just a story bullshit. Okay. The campaign spans 10 missions. In each mission, the player chooses a god for Eldred to champion, receiving creatures and spells from that god. The player can build up a selection of units and spells from different gods by changing Eldred's allegiance between missions. The selections are used in later missions or multiplayer sessions. Oh, as the game progresses, the player's choices Align Eldred with one god. Interesting. I don't remember it having multiplayer. Hmm. Brad Garrett is in the game, and Tim Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Man, interesting. Okay. My last one is Metaphor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's that game that's got me by the.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I got it. That might be the top one on my list right now is Metaphor. Which, if you asked me at any point in the last 10 years, would a JRPG ever
Would
be
have
on
hooked
your
you.
list? Yeah, there's no way. There's no
Mm.
way. So the fact that it has, yeah, man, that story is very very cool. I want to know more. So yeah. Whether or not that's my next game I'll play, I don't. I guess it depends if it goes on sale or not. Because it's $93 Canadian plus tax, and
Jesus Christ.
I am not playing that. Not paying
Yeah.
that. I'm sure it'll go on sale sooner or later, but it is not on sale for the holiday sales, so that means it's going to be a while. Dragon Age, however, is 50% off right now.
Really?
So,
Already?
yeah, yeah. Or
Wow.
it's like 43% or something stupid like that. But yeah, couldn't believe it. I was like, huh. Yeah, so that one and Alan Wake are and actually that one, Alan Wake 2 and Nobody Wants to Die are all on sale, so they're all winking at me. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't know what I want to do though. They're on sale until like the end of January though, so I'm gonna wait and see if I get any like gift cards for
Yeah.
Christmas. Use them on those. All right, what's your last one before we move on?
Oh God. Do I go with an actual one or do I go with like a comedy one that is also an actual one?
I mean, you kind of already did a comedy one that was an actual one, but it's up to you. It's your list.
I mean, this one is.
Do
Oh,
both.
I could do the bit again because
Oh
I
God.
also have this game installed. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it again.
Oh my God.
Giant Citizen Kabuto. I actually did play this a few years ago,
Oh,
but
that one I didn't like. That one I can't vouch
this one
for.
is not optimized for modern systems. Oh,
No.
that is really low res. Oh, oh God, this menu is so obnoxious.
This,
Um,
that one looks a lot like Sacrifice, but it's not as good as Sacrifice.
oh God. It does have resolution control. Holy shit, it's got 16-bit video mode.
Wow.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time. Oh, but it does support my screen resolution, and it does recognize my GPU. So that's nice.
No, it is available on GOG, so that's not surprising.
Let's see. Can I put this into? It doesn't want a full screen. Oh man, I'm gonna load it up in 16-bit mode. Oh wow, that is old school looking. Let me just go back to yeah. There we go. That's more like it. All right. Do I have control shit set up? I do, kind of. Ooh, let's load single player game. Do I have a save? No, I don't. Start new single player game. All right, let's do this. Dun, 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 here we go. Yeah, let's just skip that. Pew pew. I jumped off a thing. Am I gonna die? Is there fall damage? No, but I am drowning. I'm gonna shoot some fish. How do I jump? How the fuck do I jump? Can I jump? I can slide backwards slowly by holding down the right mouse button.
I can't stand playing games like that on keyboard and mouse. I need my controller.
Oh, this is not good. Oh, hold on. There's things up there. Can I shoot them? I don't think my gun goes that far. Where the fuck is my jump key? Let me see. Is there a jump key?
No jumping allowed.
I don't think there's jumping.
Oh, that's weird.
There's a thrust.
That's what she said.
Which just makes me slide.
That's also what she said.
There's like, there's a sniper mode. Oh, I blew up a tree. Wow, destruction physics for a game from like 2001. It's not really destruction physics. It just changes the tree model.
Oh.
I can't shoot that bird thing. Can I shoot this thing? I can, but it doesn't do anything. This is not super entertaining. I'm gonna have to come back to this.
Oh.
How about a real one? Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh god. Oh no, my Windows. Oh no. Okay, we're back to normal. We're good.
Don't crash.
It was temporarily 640 by 480 for a second.
Yeah, if you want to play Baldur's Gate 3, I would say, man, it's so tough. So like,
I'm waiting for the cross-platform play to come out, so then we can play.
what I would recommend is if you want to play that, but you're waiting for that, I would get Divinity Original Sin 2 and play that. Because then you'll know kind of what to expect, and you'll be able to adapt to that game more. Because it's a fucking complicated game.
So I should buy a game just to prepare for another game. I've already played the original Baldur's Gate. Okay.
It's nothing like the original Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Well, I don't want to play Divinity Original Sin. What the fuck ever. I want to play Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not going to blow money on a game.
Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 are like 10 out of 10 games.
Yeah, but I'll play them when I want to play them, not to prepare for another game. You're giving me homework that's costing me money here.
I bet you it's on sale for like $2.
It probably is. I'll look it up right now.
Let's see here. If it is, you need to buy it if it's that cheap. I highly doubt it is, but it's probably like $20.
Let's see here.
Actually, Steam might have like a package deal where you get both of them for a certain price. That wouldn't surprise me.
Jesus Christ. Divinity Original Sin 2 Eternal Edition includes Beyond Divinity, Divine Divinity, Divinity 2 Developer's Cut, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, Divinity Original Sin 2 Okay, what's the difference between Divinity Original Sin and Divine Divinity? Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what Divine Divinity is.
It looks like Diablo 2.
Oh, that was the original game. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I've never played those ones.
Oh my god. No. Wow, that's really old school looking. Wow, yeah, when did this game come out? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm sure it was like 2000, 2005, somewhere in there.
That tracks. Divine Divinity is from 2002, and Beyond Divinity is from 2004. And then there's Divinity 2, which is from 2012. Oh, I see why you're recommending them. It's because they're from the same developer.
Yeah.
If you just explained that, I would have understood.
Oh, I thought I did. I said their previous games. Divinity Original Sin and Original Sin 2 are gameplay-wise almost identical to Baldur's Gate 3. And 2 is easily a 10 out of 10 game.
So here's why I was confused. There's Divinity 2, and then there's Divinity Original Sin 2, which is a different thing.
Yeah. So Divinity Original Sin and Original Sin 2 are the ones I was talking about. Those games are absolutely phenomenal. Luckily, I was very lucky enough to play both of them before Baldur's Gate 3 was even announced. And then when I found out that this team was working on Baldur's Gate 3, I was like shitting my pants.
There's also, you do a lot of pants shitting recently.
Do I?
Yeah, you keep talking about shitting yourself. It's got me worried.
Okay.
There's also something called, what was it? Divinity Dragon Commander, and the screenshot has a dragon with a jetpack on.
Definitely not related to Larian.
No, it's from Larian.
What?
Yeah.
Divinity
you are the Dragon Commander. Your mission, it is to reunite a broken empire and become the new emperor. Success depends entirely on your ability to efficiently rule your empire, build invincible armies, and lead them to victory. And also, apparently, ride around a dragon wearing a jetpack. Seriously, tell me about this jetpack, Larian.
It's definitely not from the Divinity Original Sin.
Not. Oh God, I hate how if I full screen video on Steam, my mouse cursor just disappears.
mm, yeah, Divinity. I don't. They're definitely not in the same universe. This looks like something completely different. Yeah, Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 are nothing like any of these. Never heard of any of those ones. Anyway,
Divine Divinity. What a fucking name for a game.
yeah, that's definitely a 2000s name for sure. just shove two similar words together.
Well, Divinity. Oh no, that's DLC. Yeah, I was gonna say Divinity Original Sin is $5, but then I realized no, that's DLC for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Meh.
It's not surprising that those games are still not pricey, but they're definitely not like the $2 type game. They're very deep, very long.
Ooh, I could get Grim Dawn for $3.25. That's one of the like 10 million Warhammer games, I believe.
Yeah. The amount of people that I tried to get to play Original Sin is like huge. And then they're like, "Oh, Baldur's 3 is coming." And I was like, "Yeah, it's exactly the same as Divinity Original Sin. Go play those games while you wait." "No, I'm going to wait for Baldur's Gate 3." And then you play Baldur's Gate 3 and because it's a budget of like $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
Beyond anything realistic. You go back and you play Original Sin and you're like, "Oh, yeah, these are good." But not as good as Baldur's Gate 3. Although I still to this day say that Divinity Original Sin 2 is better than Baldur's Gate 3. Suck it, Baldur's Gate 3 fans. It is. Sorry.
Ooh,
but it is.
You gonna take that, Baldur's Gate 3 fans?
Nope, I probably won't. They're gonna yell at me. But seriously, it is. It is better than Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sorry. Baldur's Gate 3, great game, fantastic, but it's not as good. It's not as good as Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm sorry, it's not. All right, I think we got them all in. We got them all in.
Probably.
Let's move on to looking back at 2024. So I've got a list of all the noteworthy games that came out in 2024, just so we can reminisce about what came out this year. This list is in chronological order of release. And some of these I completely forgot about. But let's see what 2024 looked like from a top-down view. Starting with Prince of Persia Lost Crown.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, studio.
2024 to 2024.
Yeah. Last of Us 2 Remastered, which was very good. It came with a roguelite mode, which was awesome. And it was so awesome that I wish it was its own game, because it was really good. It was so good. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Oh god, that's all of those games are a backlog for me.
Yeah, I tried playing what was the first one? Like a Dragon. Oh no, it was Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and yeah, I don't know what it is about that series, but I just can't. I can't do it. Keep trying.
Were you into Shenmue back in the day?
I played Shenmue 1.
Yeah.
But I didn't beat it or anything like that. Yeah. Tekken 8. Which I feel like quietly came out. I didn't I didn't personally hear anyone talking about it.
Really?
When it came out.
Okay. Because I'm not in, like I've said it many times before, I'm not really a fighting game guy.
Yeah,
but I know people who are fighting game guys. I heard a lot about this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any fighting game fans.
Yeah, my brother-in-law likes Tekken.
I'm sure it's great. And Clive from Final Fantasy 16 is being added to the roster, which is weird.
It's not as weird as Negan from The Walking Dead.
Was he added to Tekken 7 or something?
Yeah.
Or? That's odd. That's very odd.
And Noctis was also in Tekken 7.
Oh, yeah, no. The Persona 3 remake came out. It was called
how many times has that game been remade?
It was sort of remade, remastered, kind of once, and then this was a full,
right?
Yeah, and then this was a full remake. Like it's completely different. It's same story and everything, but it's more like Persona 4 in terms of gameplay and style and everything. Ooh, Suicide Squad. That came out this year. Yeah, I remember talking about that on the show. Playing that game, being like, yep, this is as bad as I thought it was. It's got the production quality of a AAA game, and it's got the gameplay of a turd. It really sucks. Foam Stars. That came out this year. I think that one was announced recently as being shut down soon too, doesn't it? Let's see. Foam Stars has announced the next season of its live service shooter will be the last, though the game will remain online. So it's in maintenance mode. That was the Splatoon like.
Yeah. I'm just realizing now we missed like the easiest topic of the week, which is Christmas games. But there are also not very many good Christmas
I was gonna say
games.
I don't if nothing came to mind when you said a Christmas game. Like,
Well,
what, Postal maybe?
Postal, oh god. No, Parasite Eve.
Never played that one.
Parasite Eve starts on Christmas Eve.
Oh. Let me Google Christmas video games. Let's see if anything comes
suppose
up.
we could just do the AVGN thing and just do Bible games.
Oh god. Oh, Batman Arkham Origins that took place on Christmas. Twisted Metal is not a Christmas game. Why is that coming up at Christmas? Oh, Batman Returns took place during Christmas.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2 is coming up for some reason.
Oh,
Bully.
yeah. The game starts out and they're Christmas shopping.
There you go. Bully.
There's the fucking Duke Nukem Christmas expansion, which sucks.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Christmas Lemmings! How about Christmas Lemmings?
Oh, there you go. Christmas Lemmings, yeah. Half of these games, I don't know why they're coming up as
Bring
Christmas
back Lemmings.
Games. Yeah,
I've said it before, but bring back Lemmings.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the most recent Christmassy game was Miles Morales. That took place during Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to
Back
play
to the
those
list.
as well.
Yes, they are excellent. So we were on Foam Stars. Helldivers 2, of course. I haven't played the update yet that just came out on the awards. We're going to play that Sunday, probably. Mario vs. Donkey Kong came out, which I played briefly, and it feels too easy. Maybe it gets more complicated.
It was a GBA game, so...
Oh, it's just a remake?
Yeah, it's a remake of a GBA game.
Oh, okay. Skull and Bones.
Oh,
that came out this year.
That's right, that did.
Yeah, I played the open beta, and I was like, man, this is...
They've been working on this for a decade?
Yeah, it definitely feels like it was in development hell, for sure. Yeah, although people like it, it didn't do badly, so... Balatro.
Yeah. Did you hear that got rated 18 plus from Peggy?
Because it's got poker hands in it.
Because but and the creator was trying to get that appealed. And his logic was, well, like EA, like FIFA, whatever the fuck, has
Ultimate
actual
Team and all that
microtransactions, and it's got a family-friendly rating. And Peggy's like, no, doesn't matter. It's got poker references in it.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
Great game though. Although it's not as good as like people are like hyping it up to be. I think it's great, but I don't think it's like a 9 or 10 type game. Definitely not a Game of the Year nominee in my opinion. I think that was a little much. Pacific Drive. Just played that. Sons of the Forest. Although it's not technically in version 1 yet. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Gotta play that. The Thaumaturge. I talked about that on this show at some point. Outlast Trials. I played Outlast 1 and a little bit of Outlast 2. Outlast Trials, I think, is the multiplayer co-op one. The four-player co-op one. Which looks really cool. My problem with the 4-player co-op games is, like, I don't know enough people
who are
that
into that.
who are like why they need to start making these 4-player co-op games playable in 2-player,
Mhm.
and 3-player, like have the option.
Yeah.
Because it's really annoying when they're like locked to 3. It's like, okay, you and your best friend can play with 2 randoms.
Yeah, nobody wants to play with randoms.
No, like I don't want to fucking play with random people. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, you get called
Um,
slurs and have them talk about how they fucked your mother.
yeah, or they just troll you. Like this is supposed to be a co-op game, guys. What are you doing? Unicorn Overlord. Did you play that?
No.
Oh, I'm surprised. I've heard it's like an ogre battle, like.
Yeah, well, it's because I've got so much other shit that I gotta play.
Dragon's Dogma 2. Princess Peach Showtime.
I have actually played that.
Yeah, I played the demo.
It's fine. My niece really wanted it, so we went and got it. And
It's definitely for a younger crowd.
it's definitely for a younger crowd, and she really likes it. She thinks Princess Peach is really cool, transforming into all the different costumes and getting all the abilities. So that's cool. It's not really my kind of game because
It's not aimed at us.
yeah. Well, it's not that it's about playing as Princess Peach. It's that it's so easy because like I
Yeah,
played
it's
a game
very
this
easy.
year playing as Princess Zelda. So fuck it, I'll play as a princess. I don't
Yeah,
care. I'll
no,
be the
it's-
pretty princess fucking around.
Yeah, I
I'll
didn't mean it's
clout
not.
the eyes of any slut who tries to be prettier than me.
Slut!
That got dark fast. But
I did get
anyway,
nervous.
yeah,
I didn't mean it's not aimed at us as because it's a princess. I meant it's not aimed at us because it's super easy.
Yeah, it's super easy, but I mean, it's it's fun. If I was a little kid, I'd be like, oh, this girl game is pretty good. But as a grown man, I'm just like, this is far too simple for me.
It's a girl game. You're gonna get heat for that.
Well, no, that's what I would have said as a child.
It's true. It's true. Just making sure you clarify.
Yeah.
We don't want to get heat. Actually, maybe we do want to get heat. Might get us attention.
Maybe we'll get our 15th subscriber. Actually, I should look. Maybe we do have 15 subscribers, and I'm fucking up. Why do I have caps lock on? Let's see. How many subscribers do
14.
we have? Still 14.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, hey.
That's okay. We've only released one video. Actually, we haven't released any video since the last time we checked last week. so, because for those that don't subscribe to the Discord channel, the Wrestling Renaissance episode that was supposed to go up got into a whole lot of technical difficulties.
Oh no.
Just yeah, one thing after another with that. It will come out eventually. I hope. It can be salvaged, unlike some another episodes. Yeah.
That'll be the last video we ever upload to the channel. When we fuck this, it's all over. We're jumping.
It's just
ship.
it's just the lost episode.
Yeah.
It's still there. It still exists in our world.
Yeah.
It's just not public.
It'll be welcome to the first episode of Random Encounters.
Yeah. Welcome to the last episode of Random Encounters.
Yeah, we dub over it. Welcome to the last episode.
Yeah. Next game is Rise of the Ronin. That one I wanted to like, but what feels like an open world Ninja Gaiden 3D game didn't hit for me. And I guess didn't hit for very many other people because apparently it didn't sell very well. So
womp womp.
Womp womp womp. Open Roads also came out. I thought I would like that too, but I don't know.
Didn't do it for you.
I tried playing it twice, and it couldn't get its hooks in me, unfortunately. Tales of Kanzera Zhao also came out.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, that was the game from the. It was an actor, famous actor. Shit. What was his name? He was in a Marvel movie, I think.
That doesn't really narrow it down.
He's black. Does that narrow it down?
That's still
Fairly ambiguous. Oh, man. Who made Tales of Kenzera? Oh, maybe it wasn't in a Marvel movie.
well, that narrows it down even less, then, doesn't it?
Abu Bakar Salim. Let me look up who he is. He's from something. He's a British actor and video game developer. What's he best known for? He's known for his roles in Jamestown, Raised by Wolves. Oh, he was Bayek in Assassin's Creed Origins. He had small roles in 24. I guess he wasn't in a Marvel movie. I guess I'm just on crack cocaine. That's fine. All right. Yeah, I played it. It's fine. It's a Metroidvania. It didn't do anything for me. It was fine. Another Crab's Treasure. Remember that one?
Yeah.
The Souls-like where you're a crab. I played it. I played the demo.
How was it?
It's a Souls-like, so it's fucking balls hard. Even though you're a fucking crab. Yeah, I got. I get to the same place I do in every Souls-like, where I beat the tutorial level, and I'm like, oh, I can do this, and then the game, smacks you in the face and says, no, I'm a Souls bitch, and then it gets really hard, and then I quit because I'm like, fuck you, I don't have time for this shit. All right, next one, Stellar Blade. That one also seemed to be up your alley, but you never really expressed interest in it.
Meh.
All right.
Speaking of which, there sure are a lot of porn games on Steam these days.
There's a lot of hentai games on PlayStation Store. It's really annoying. In fact, every game store is basically just opened to shovelware at this point. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
They're just like, come in. Like, what happened to the seal of quality?
Yeah, do you remember when the Switch launched and indie developers were like, "Oh, this is great. It's not choked with asset flips and shovelware like Steam is."
Yeah.
And now the eShop is just
it's
full
terrible
with garbage. There's so much shit with just AI generated covers and artwork in the games, fucking hell. I never thought I'd say this, but Steam has better quality control than that because Steam forbids the use of AI assets.
Yeah, the fact that these companies are not realizing how poisoned their shops are is baffling to me. It's like no one's looking. It used to be that I could go on the Switch eShop and I would just look around for something interesting. I didn't always find something, but occasionally I'd find something neat. Usually like an arcade game that I didn't realize had been ported. Yeah.
Like a Neo Geo game or something. I'd be like, yeah, I'll buy Puzzle Bobble too. I remember that game. That was a fun game. I'll buy that on the Switch. And now it's impossible to browse because there's just so much garbage.
Yeah, it's sifting through, Golf Simulator, Action Espionage Simulator 2024 Deluxe Edition.
Yeah, and the problem is you're not just sifting through stuff to find good stuff. You're sifting through stuff to find something that isn't just shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even I'm looking through games that people actually made with love and care to find something to play. I'm looking through crap to find something that people made with love and care, and then in that, among those, something that I'm interested in.
Gotta find the diamond.
It's another layer of abstraction. It's another fucking exponential factor of stuff that I have to sift through to find something I might be into.
Which is why I subscribe to so many, gaming people, and I check IGN every day, is because that's the way that I just discover good games now is people talking about them.
Yeah.
And because if you just go on the store now, it's just like, oh look, a Flappy Bird ripoff.
Yeah,
Like
here's 29 more.
yeah. Here's the sequel to the crappy Flappy Bird ripoff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's terrible. They need to fix that shit. Let's see, where were we? Stellar Blade, right? V Rising. I have that. I didn't go back and play it after I played the initial like hour. I got to get back to it at some point. That's on my backlog. Animal Well. I did play that one. Another one that I thought was a little overrated. It's just a side-scrolling puzzle game, but it's really obscure. It doesn't tell you. There's no text. It doesn't tell you anything. It's just like explore this world and figure out the puzzles, even though the puzzles don't seem like they're actually puzzles. It's just so obscure. It's hard to. I don't know. It's not my thing. Homeworld 3 came out. Remember Homeworld? That was one of my games for you to guess.
Yep.
Yeah, this was the sequel. Or the third game. Yeah. They released the remaster of 1 and 2, and they were like, oh, it sold pretty well. So they made number 3.
Yeah. By the way, for anybody who likes Gundam Wing, the narrator from Gundam Wing is also the narrator in Homeworld.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Weird name, but apparently a very good game. It's on my backlog.
Yep.
Hellblade 2. Also on my backlog. It's on Game Pass, so I can play that one anytime. Capes. That was the superhero. I don't even know what kind of a game it was, actually.
I was like, waiting for it. What is it?
Yeah.
What kind of game is it?
Capes video game. What was it? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, it was like a grid-based tactical
okay.
game. Got good reviews. You build like a team of heroes and defend the city. I've heard it's very good. But the fact that it's a grid-based tactical game means it's on my hope it comes out on Game Pass or PlayStation Plus list, because I'm not good at those games. Occasionally I play one and I'm like, oh, this is sick.
Well, you liked Metal Slug Tactics, didn't you?
I liked it when I started, and then when it opened up, I was like, "Oh yeah, I suck at these games." I forgot,
okay.
And I stopped playing it. Yeah, I loved XCOM, but it's not really grid based.
Well, the original XCOM or
the remake ones.
Yeah, those are grid based.
I don't think so. You have.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are.
I thought they are like not grid based, but they're still like you can move anywhere. No, maybe you're right. Maybe it is grid based.
They are grid based. The original ones are not, sort of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If they are, it's like a very tiny grid where your character occupies multiple squares on the grid. Because you could take like individual steps in the original games.
Right, yeah. Yeah, XCOM I guess is one of the rare ones that I like that are grid based. Yeah, I also liked what was that indie game with the Godzilla type monsters? Into the Breach. Liked Into the Breach. That was really good. I would recommend it. Into the Breach. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on Capes, but Octopath Traveler 2. Which I tried to play and I was like, the first game was so long. I didn't need more of this, and that's all it really is. It's just more. So, Still Wakes the Deep. That was the first-person horror game set on the oil rig, and it's kind of got like a Call of Cthulhu type vibe. Never beat it, but a little too scary for me. Those games, certain scary games I can take, and other ones I'm like, my nerves just can't take it.
So much so that you hit the microphone.
I did. Well, I didn't actually hit the microphone. I hit the springs that are on the arm of the mic. which made a big dong sound. Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Yeah, that was first thing I talked about on this show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of our most popular episodes. Once Human. That was the free-to-play game that I played the beta of and really enjoyed it. But I need it to come out on console because my PC runs it like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still waiting. Darkest Dungeon 2, which I also played, but it didn't hook me like the first game did for whatever reason. I'm going to give it another chance one day. I just, I have to be in the mood. Dungeons of Hint. Sorry?
No, I was just going to say I haven't played it at all.
Oh, did you play the first one?
Nope.
Oh, I'd recommend it. It's good. But there are definitely games higher on your backlog list that I would put above Darkest Dungeon. Dungeons of Hinterberg. That was good. Played that one. Didn't beat it, but I played it. Flintlock. That was one of my more disappointing games for this year. I thought it was going to be more like God of War, but it's more like a light Souls type game. And it didn't click.
Yeah.
Kunitsugami. I still got to play that one. That's on my backlog.
You can get it in a bundle with Okami HD on Steam right now.
It's on Game Pass.
Or you can do that.
Yep. World of Goo 2 came out this year. Completely forgot about that.
Oh, wow. That's... Huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that a sequel to a game from like 15 years ago?
Yeah. It was a Wii game.
Oh, man.
Pepper Grinder. We talked about that one.
Remind me.
It's the side-scroller where you have like a drill and you're like drilling and flying between piles of dirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Creatures of Ava. That's on my backlog. I have it on Game Pass. SteamWorld Heist 2. Loved SteamWorld Heist. I like all the SteamWorld games. They're really good. Actually, I didn't like the City Builder one. Can't remember what that one was called. SteamWorld Build, I think.
Whatever.
Oh, there was also SteamWorld Quest. I haven't played that one. That was the RPG. But SteamWorld Dig and Heist are really, really good.
So what's the difference between SteamWorld and Waterworld? Is it just hotter?
I mean, Waterworld sucks. SteamWorld doesn't.
Okay, that's a pretty good explanation.
Okay, I'll go there. Black Myth Wukong. Ooh. Concord.
Oh, did you see like I think it was the director of Black Myth Wukong was put out a statement. Now this is a Google translated statement, so I can't speak to the accuracy of it.
Yeah.
But apparently expected to win Game of the Year and traveled to the award show for nothing.
Oh my, are you serious?
You won Player's Choice, dude. You won Best Action Game.
Sounds like another Chinese company. Sorry to say, but...
sounds like a bitter bitch.
Yeah. We traveled all the way to the United States and we didn't even win? Yeah, you
won two awards, and you won the Player's Choice one, which I think is way more valid.
Yeah.
Oh, all you players who supported our game and voted for it, yeah, fuck you. It means nothing to me.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like an asshole to me. We'll see if anyone buys this next game. Or if he's kept around. We'll see. Concord. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Core Keeper. That one was pretty good. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. That one did not do very well. Pizza Tower. I still want to play that.
Yeah, people love that game.
Yep. I really want to play that one. It hasn't come out on PlayStation yet, though. Emio.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
That was
the
that weird
Famicom Detective Club game.
Yeah. Star Wars Outlaws, which I still haven't played yet after the updates. I'm still waiting. Casting of Frank Stone. That didn't do well.
Did he cast the first? Did he cast the Frank Stone? No.
No, No.
No, I'm
That
just gonna say no.
that failed.
Yeah.
Astrobot. Space Marine 2. Satisfactory 1.0. Caravan Sandwich, which is still a terrible name, but the game looks pretty cool.
I mean, it's enough that I'm curious about looking up what it's about. So
It's gorgeous visually. It's got a beautiful art style. Absolutely.
it's at least succeeded in getting my attention from that stupid name.
Yeah, Caravan Sandwich. Not a sandwich. Sandwich.
Oh well, now there's the problem. Now my interest is lost because I was like, what is this? Somebody just in a caravan eating a BLT? Like, what's this about?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
it's about a
no.
sandwich.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I think it's an anime, if I remember correctly, or some sort of animation. I don't know. But the game looks absolutely beautiful. But it's a slow, plodding, exploration, cozy game. No combat, from what I understand. Wild Bastards, the sequel to Void Bastards. The Plucky Squire. UFO 50.
Yeah, I gotta play that as well.
Yeah, me too. Frostpunk 2. Hurry
It'll
up.
come. Just
Come to console. Hurry
hold
up.
your horses. Play one of your backlog games.
I will. That will be my instantaneous play on console. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Yep, played it, beat it. It's pretty good. It's not perfect, but I mostly enjoy. I enjoyed it more than I didn't enjoy it. It gets a little well. It gets a little slow once you start facing tougher enemies, and you have to spend longer waiting around for the echoes of enemies that you summon to beat them. It just becomes easier to just run past them, which is viable. The game lets you do that. I would like to see them take another crack at that one, not as their next game, but in the future. It doesn't even necessarily need to be as a Zelda game, but the
concept of the gameplay.
The concept of the game, yeah, it's an interesting one, and I think with a bit more refinement, it could go from being pretty good to like really, really great.
Parcel Core. That was the mix between Paperboy and Jet Set Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill 2 remake. Metaphor. Neva. Mech Warrior 5. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Black Ops 6. Life is Strange Double Exposure. I'm going quickly through these because we've talked about them recently because it's chronological order. Dragon Age Veilguard, Metal Slug Tactics, Mario Luigi Brothership, Flight Simulator 2024, Stalker 2.
Yeah, boy.
Raven's Watch, which looks really cool. It looks like a roguelite in sort of the vein of Hades almost, but completely different art style.
Oh, that's you know what? That's a backlog game that I got to this year. Even if
Hades,
even if it kind of shit on me at the end there, that was one I've been meaning to play for a while. So hey, there you go. It's just demolishing my backlog a little bit.
A little bit.
In time for
two games in 1 year.
in time for Hades 2 to be coming out.
Yeah, that'll probably come out next year. Marvel Rivals and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, a lot of bangers right at the end there. Like Marvel Rivals is super popular, and Indiana Jones is super popular. Like,
yep.
You don't usually see games like hit in December that are that blow up and are really big. But hey, good on them.
Yeah, I bet Microsoft's annoyed that Indiana Jones didn't make the Game Awards cutoff. Because now they have no chance of being nominated next year.
Yeah, because all the other stuff will be fresher in people's minds.
Yeah, well, not only that, but I mean, GTA 6 is supposed to come out, Ghost of Yotei, which we're gonna get to next. So we're gonna look at 2025 games that are coming and beyond, and also games that are MIA. I have a list of those as well, so let's get through to those. So let's start with the games that have confirmed release dates in 2025. And again, I don't have every single game ever listed here.
Yeah, and when we say confirmed, we mean confirmed as of right now.
As of right now,
that shit can always change.
Yep. Yeah, and I don't have every single game here. Obviously, there's a million games. These are the noteworthy releases.
As you've pointed out, we will probably get more confirmed dates once GTA 6 has a release date.
Yeah, I can pretty much guarantee.
Nobody wants to release against GTA 6.
Can pretty much guarantee the second they do that, within a week, you're going to have a million release date trailers pop out.
Yeah.
Depending on when they announce it. I mean, it's going to suck if Rockstar doesn't know.
Oh man!
Like if they don't know if it's going to come out in 2025, and they get to like June and they still haven't released a oof, that's going to be rough for people. All right, so these are confirmed 2025 release dates. Freedom Wars Remastered, January 10th. Eternal Strands, January 28th. So Freedom Wars Remastered is a Vita game.
Yeah.
That apparently was very good.
Yes.
Never played it.
I like it. It's very popular.
Yep. Eternal Strands is... We talked about it last week. I'm not going to bother talking about it. We talked about it last week. Orcs Must Die 4, January 28th. Love Orcs Must Die. I love me a tower defense game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, February 4th. Civilization 7, February 11th. Assassin's Creed Shadows, February 14th.
Assuming Ubisoft makes it that long. What are they going to do if the game flops?
It won't. It's Assassin's Creed. Come on.
Yeah, but...
Unless that game just sucks, like they botched it, which I highly doubt. If there's anything you can bet on with Ubisoft, it's that they will put all of their money and investment into Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't made a bad Assassin's Creed game. At least not in the mainline series. They've definitely made some questionable spin-offs. But the mainline series has always been pretty reliable for them.
Can you imagine if it's the Assassin's Creed game set in Japan, though, that tanks?
Wouldn't that be funny?
Like the most obvious setting that they put off doing for years.
Yeah, I cannot believe that I can't. The fact that it took them this long is asinine. Honestly, it's asinine.
Well, I think maybe it was a case of low hanging fruit. It's like, we can't just launch into a ninja game right away, guys. Come on.
But I mean, like they had how many entries do they have in this series?
Yeah. By this point, yeah.
They did England.
Yeah.
Before they did Japan. Fucking morons. Yeah. Although maybe in the long run it was better for them because they have better tech now than they did back then.
Yeah. Because
I've tried to go back and play the old games. Oof. They do not age well, let me tell you. Not at all. Once they got into like the open world RPG stuff, those age well. But man, like Assassin's Creed 3 is absolutely terrible. 4, which was my personal favorite Assassin's Creed game, it's bad. It's pretty bad now. Did not age well. All right. Avowed, February 18th, which everyone is saying is shaping up to be huge. Very good. So I've got that on my radar now. Like a Dragon Pirate Hawaii. February 21st. No interest in that whatsoever.
Hold on. But... It's Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Sorry.
Let's get the ridiculous name correct.
Yeah,
I might buy that just for the name alone, and that could be my first Yakuza game.
Wow. I don't even know what to say.
Hey man, I went and saw Snakes on a Plane opening day, so it's not like I'm a stranger to doing strange, goofy shit because of a stupid name.
You stupid mother. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
Really?
No, I mean I've heard I've seen the scene. You know that when he's on the plane, but
guess what? There's a lot of snakes on that plane. There's a whole lot of snakes on that fucking plane. There's so many goddamn snakes. This is a movie that wears its plot on its sleeve like none has ever before.
Monster
My
Hunter
mom
Wild.
pointed something out about that movie is because there's a snake expert that they call in, uh, and apparently, like almost none of those snakes are native to Hawaii, which is where the flight takes off from. So my mom pointed out that technically those snakes had to come on other planes in order to get shipped to Hawaii, so that they could be placed on this plane.
So
So
it's
those
so it's snakes on the planes. Snakes on the
Yeah, so
planes.
those snakes are now experienced flyers. They've been on planes before.
Jesus. Wow. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Wilds, February 28th.
Oh yeah, that'll do really well.
Yeah, I will. I've given up on that series though. I just can't. How many times can I try? You know, Dante is
Uh-oh.
yelling at me.
Is the cat going to make an appearance?
No, he's whining. Bad boy.
Silence.
He wants to go upstairs, and I'm like, I let you go upstairs earlier so that you could get that out of your system, and now you want to go up again. It's because he can hear me talking. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But deal with it.
Pay attention to me.
Yep. Typical cat. Suikoden 1 and 2 remastered March 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Which I keep saying I'm going to get to, but oh my god.
You should.
I know, I really want to. I really do.
At least play 2.
Do I need to play 1 in order to understand 2?
I didn't.
That doesn't mean anything, though. That might mean you missed out on a lot of shit. Split Fiction, also coming out on March 6th. That's the one that was just announced at the Game Awards from the creators of It Takes Two and A Way Out. Wanderstop, March 11th. What is that one? I think it's an Xbox game. Wanderstop. Xbox. Wanderstop. What is this? Oh yeah, this was what looked like a cozy game, and at the end she looks like she's gonna frickin' murder someone.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, there's a twist. She's like a fucking psycho or something. Yeah, that looked cool.
Somebody on my fucking Steam friends list, I'm not going to name you, but you keep loading and unloading in a game, and it keeps giving me a notification, and that's really distracting.
Stop playing and unplaying the same game over and over. They're probably trying to get it to run.
Yeah. What is it that they're playing? Let me.
Oh, don't find out. It could be bad.
No, okay. It's no, I know what this is. I didn't know it was on Steam. Okay.
Hentai Simulator 3?
No.
Okay. All right. Tales of the Shire, March 25th. And Atomfall, March 27th. And that is it.
And he just did it again.
Yeah, it's clearly not working. Or he's alt-tabbing. I think that also
can
do that. I think so. Yeah.
Huh. Because I've alt-tabbed out of stuff before, and it still says currently in game.
Oh, I turn notifications off. It's on Steam. I don't want to know what people are doing.
Yeah, I should probably do that as well.
If they just message me, then I'll know that they need me. So that is all that is confirmed in 2025. However, there are a lot of games listed for 2025 that don't have release dates. And they are as follows. Forever Skies, which is the game that I really want to play after playing the demo for it recently. We talked about it on the show. It's like it's like Subnautica, but you're in a blimp. Fucking sweet. Replaced is supposed to, I guess, come out in 2025 because it was supposed to come out this year and never got really, never got really an official date, but didn't come out. So Replaced looks sick though.
I am shutting down Steam so I don't keep getting distracted by that shit.
Yeah, good idea.
You know who you are. Quit doing that shit.
You son of a bitch.
No, it's fine. Just do it. Whatever.
Do whatever.
It's probably like a game that has to restart to switch resolutions or some shit.
Yeah. No, Replaced looks great. I've been waiting for this one for a long time. It's like a side-scrolling cyberpunk noir pixel art game that looks absolutely sick.
Are you just pulling those terms out of a hat?
Well, go look at it and you tell me how you would describe it. That's how I would describe it. It's coming to PC and Xbox. Can't wait. I think I could be wrong, but I think they might be a Ukraine developer. Let me find out. Replace developer. Being developed by Sad Cat Studios, which is from... Where are they based out of? Cyprus.
Oh.
That's not a name you hear very often.
No. Unless you listen to a lot of Cypress Hill, I guess.
Do you?
Not really.
Okay. Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, Death Stranding 2.
On the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Or on the beaches. Can't remember what the subtitle is, but... By the way, I hate subtitles in games. Just call it Death Stranding 2. Actually, it's not even called Death Stranding 2, technically. It's called DS2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why? Why'd you do that? Dante, that's enough. Holy smokes. No, you cannot go up. You cannot go upstairs. Lost Helden. What is this one? Lost Helden. Oh, this is the hand-painted JRPG.
Oh.
This one looked absolutely gorgeous as well. Yeah.
On that note, Remaster Saga Frontier tier 2 fuck. I'm on drugs.
Yep. You having a stroke? Should I call 911?
Remaster Saga Frontier 2, you cowards.
Yeah, the art style in Lost Helden looks really cool.
That's also a game that has painted backgrounds, and I remember it looked sick on the PS1.
Yep. Slay the Spire 2. So I gave Slay. I don't know if you saw my BlueSky comments about Slay the Spire.
You mean your skeet?
Yes, my post.
You could also call them bleats if you wanted to. That's a GTA thing. Remember their Twitter in the GTA universe is called Bleeder. And
is it called that in all of the GTA games, or just the?
That's what it was called in GTA 4.
I should look up what they called it in 5. Maybe.
And
maybe
the logo is like a screaming sheep or something.
Bah!
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went back and played Slay the Spire to give it another chance, and yeah, that game is fucking bullshit. It's so unfair. You build your deck, and it sucks too because the runs are so long, and you think you're doing well, you think you're kicking ass, and then you get to the final boss, and the final boss is like, "No, I'm just gonna do like 40 damage in one hit." Oh, now I'm gonna do 40 damage times 3 in one hit. Oh, you're dead. Okay, bye.
And now you know how I feel about Hades.
Yeah, but it's every time. Like I went back and it's like every time, and I'm like, how am I supposed to prepare for something that even in a new run? It's like if you had played Hades again, you'd be like, oh, okay, I can't let my guard down at any time. I gotta be on guard for that final boss fight. But in this, it's like you get to you think you're doing well, and then you get to the final boss, and then you get your ass whooped, and it doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason to it. It's just like it's luck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've beaten it twice, but that's out of like 40 attempts.
Yeah.
So it's like Monster Train feels so much more fair, where I'm like, okay, I made some fucking stupid ass decisions, you know, or you know, yeah, it's I don't understand the appeal of Slay the Spire personally. It's fun until you get to the final boss, and then it sucks.
Yeah, that's what Magicka is like, because you need a second person to kill that boss. Like, you either have to have lightning fast fingers, because the moment of opportunity to get the fatal hit on the boss is like 2 seconds long. So realistically, you need a second player with the spell necessary to kill him ready to go. Otherwise, you're fucked.
What was that game? Sugar. What was that game? There was a. It was like a Shadow of the Colossus like in 2D where it only takes one hit to kill the boss, but he can kill you in one hit too. What
I
was
don't
that
know.
game called? Oh, it was so good. Oh, sugar.
Did we hit our swearing quota? Is that what's going on here?
No, I find that the more I swear at home, the easier it is for me to slip when I shouldn't be swearing.
Yeah.
So I try my best to just not swear.
Yeah,
in
you
general.
got Christmas dinner coming up.
Yeah.
You can't be like, fuck that shitty
Yeah.
fuck in front of your
Yeah.
family.
A lot of kids. A lot of
Yeah,
kids.
I'm not so good about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta be careful.
Yeah, I gotta be better.
Plus, at work sometimes it's not appropriate as well. So. Shit. What was that game called? It was like something Souls. Fuck.
And he's already given up on sugar.
Yeah, I did. Shit. Oh my god, I can't believe I don't remember what that game is called. Okay. What aren't you understanding, mister? Where'd you go? What aren't you understanding? Lord. Like, no, you're not going upstairs. Elder Souls, maybe?
I'm gonna be of no help here. I'm just gonna scroll BlueSky while you do that. Or should I try to keep people the people entertained?
I give up. I'll try and issue it on corrections.
I'll just
on the next
read
episode.
random skeets. No, I'm not gonna do that.
No, I'm good. I'll get it for corrections next week. Because I would recommend it to you. You'd probably like it. Little Nightmares 3 from Supermassive.
And
so
what about the actual Little Nightmares 3 coming from the real people?
Yeah, so this is the fake Little Nightmares 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
GTA 6, obviously, which I heard. I don't know where I read it, but I heard recently that there's a report going around that they're not confident that they're going to hit this year.
I mean,
or that they're not going to hit 2025. Yeah. Possessors from Heart Machine. Don't know what that is. Possessors, Heart Machine. What was this one? And I've disconnected.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Somebody's using that microwave. Oh, no.
Still waiting. I'm here.
I was
talking to
wondering
myself.
when this was going to happen. Now I got to keep things
Okay, so this
busy.
one was not the microphone or the microwave.
He's
this
still
one.
Talking. And then you're going to have
was
me
my laptop.
talking over him. And
The
neither
Wi-Fi
of
is
us
disabled.
can hear the other one talking. Or maybe
It'll
he
be
can
back.
hear me. Sometimes he can. Sometimes he can't. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to keep vamping like this. I guess maybe I will have to read skeets now. Here we go. I'm unlocking my phone. Oh, can you hear me doing it?
Never mind. Yep. Yep.
You can't hear me doing it if oh no, he's dropped from the call. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right. What do we do? I need to fill space. All right. Somebody's tweeting about Dreamcast stuff. And oh.
Really?
Okay. Nah, whatever. And then we've got some engagement bait. I'm going to scroll right past that. Oh, man, I hope... Oh, good. Okay, he's back. Was somebody making popcorn?
Yep. They told me they were not going to, and they did it anyway. I am irritated. Because I immediately messaged them, and they're like, shit, I forgot. So I don't know how that's going to end up in the recording. Great, more technical issues to deal with. Hallelujah. All right, so I was looking at Possessors from Heart Machine.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a Metroidvania of some kind with a gorgeous art style, but I don't know enough about it. Doom, The Dark Ages.
Oh yeah.
That cat is going to get very wet today. Like, he's so dumb. How do you not get it that doing what you're doing is making you get squirted? It's very confusing. Expedition 33. That's that amazing looking RPG from the French developer.
Oh.
The one where the world has been cursed by a painter who paints an age on the tower, and at the end of the year, everyone who's that age dies.
Oh.
Yeah, and so Expedition 33 is a group of people that are 33 years old that are sent to try and take down the painter because they're going to die anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's an interesting premise.
Oh, it's sick. Yeah. Holy crap. He just yelled at me. He's going to get it, man. He literally just yelled at me. Oh, my God. He's really irritating me. Yeah, Expedition 33 looks absolutely sick. And it almost looks like a Lost Odyssey type of combat system. Looks really cool.
Okay.
Probably better than that, but we'll see. South of Midnight from Compulsion. That is the jazz-inspired Louisiana third-person action-adventure game. Looks another game that looks absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of gorgeous games coming. Great art styles. Fable.
Oh yeah, they're bringing that back.
The Fable reboot from Playground.
Maybe it'll actually deliver on the things they promise. Not because they'll get those things done, but because they won't overpromise.
Yeah, they won't overpromise. Yeah, they haven't really talked about the game
at all. No
mauling
you on that crew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't overpromise if you don't say anything.
Yeah, they haven't really. They basically have shown 3 trailers, and that's it. They don't talk about it. They just show stuff. I'm sure they will have like an Xbox showcase where they talk about the game, but they'll be like
sure. But once they actually nail down the features that are going to be in it,
it'll be 2 months before the game comes out. Exactly. Yeah. Fragpunk.
Take notes, Peter. This is how you do it.
Yeah. Isn't he working on another game right now? I think he is.
I don't fucking know.
Fragpunk. That's the multiplayer game where you have the cards that can change the dynamics of the world. That looks really cool. Subnautica 2. When that game comes out, say goodbye to me. I will be gone from the universe.
I'm gonna have to carry the podcast myself.
Well, you might be playing with me because it's co-op.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I didn't abandon the world for Stalker 2. You don't get to do it for Subnautica 2.
That's true.
That is the deal.
I won't abandon the podcast for it. Yeah. If anything, I'll just want to talk about it.
Do you remember when I got Ocarina of Time and I called all my friends and I said goodbye for a while?
Peace. Yeah. What a game that is, man.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4.
Oh,
Beyond.
Yeah.
Which I still think is a Switch 2 game.
Probably.
Usual June. I'm looking up what that one is. It is a third-person action-adventure with frantic, flexible combat, a witty cast, and an original conspiracy story. And it's another game that has a gorgeous art style.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I know I wrote all these down for a reason. Like, they stood out to me. So, State of Decay 3, which that game has been in development for so long. It's
yeah, I thought that already came out.
Yeah, it was a trailer that was part of the Xbox Series launch.
Oh yeah.
And then it just never hasn't come out. We haven't even seen gameplay of it yet.
Did you ever play State of Decay 2?
I played 1 and 2, yeah.
Was 2 any good?
They're basically both the same.
Okay.
I mean, 2 is my problem with those games is the concept is really cool and the gameplay is really cool, but I don't want to play as multiple people. I want to play as one dude, and I don't want to be forced to switch between them because they have different skills and.
We're not really forced. I mean, I did my first playthrough of State of Decay as just the default guy.
But don't you have to like give up something in order to like you have to sleep or something, right?
Oh no. Oh no, they're making popcorn again. Why?
No, they can't be.
Oh man. Well, so here's a story about State of Decay. It was a really good game. It had some bugs. It actually had a lot of bugs, but it was pretty good. Oh, are you back? Oh, he was back briefly. Oh,
Am I back?
oh, there he is.
Yeah, I don't think that was the microwave.
Yeah.
Unless that was a brief one.
just gotta pop those last few kernels.
I don't know what that was. I'm very irritated at this point. Between the microwave and the cat, I'm about to snap on somebody. Oh, what was I talking about? State of Decay.
Well, last I heard you were talking about State of Decay.
Yeah, don't you have to give up something in order to play as one character for the whole game? Like you have to sleep or something like that, and that gives up a lot of time or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you also just don't push people too far, and it's it's mostly good.
Yeah. Make a State of Decay where you can play as one guy. That's all I'm saying.
Or make one that's multiplayer. That was the original plan.
They're not multiplayer?
No, at least State of Decay 1 wasn't. I don't know about State of Decay 2. I never played it. See, State of Decay kind of ended zombie games for me because once I had Left 4 Dead and Dead Rising and State of Decay, I was like, well, this covers every possible scenario I could want to do a zombie game. So, like, why would I ever buy another one?
State of Decay 2 had drop in, drop out co-op where you just take over one of the NPCs in their base.
Oh, okay.
But State of Decay 3 is supposed to be a truly open world co-op game. So,
yeah,
there you go. Falling Frontier. This is a real-time strategy space game that looked really, really cool. It's from like one guy making it. Looks really cool. Wolfhound, which I think is the Contra-like, if I remember correctly. Wolfhound game. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Is it a Contra-like or is it a Metroidvania? I think it might be a Metroidvania that's kind of like a Contra game. It looks really cool, though. Stormforge. What is this? I don't remember this at all. Stormforge. Oh, wow. Yeah, those look sick. Oh, yeah. This is the one that looks like a Saturday morning cartoon. Amazing art style.
Oh, okay.
Like, amazing. It's like a third-person action game of some kind. It looks gorgeous, though. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Cairn? Cairn. Cairn?
Yeah, then you got it.
That's the rock climbing one.
Yep, a cairn is a stack of rocks used as a trail marker.
Ah, yes. Eric's Home. We saw that at the Game Awards. Hell Is Us. We saw that somewhere. That was the one that we mistook for Death Stranding at the beginning, and then it kind of changed.
Oh, yeah.
The Altars, which I've talked about on the show before. Earthblade, which... Oh, what was Earthblade? I know this is from somebody famous. It's a Metroidvania by Extremely OK Games.
That's a name.
Yeah. Oh, they're the Celeste guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they also made Towerfall, which was also great. That explains why it's on my list, because I love Celeste. Great game. Did you play Celeste?
No, I haven't played
Backlog.
it
yet. Harmonium, the musical. The game. I think that's the one where you're a deaf person? Harmonium? Good game. Yeah, it's an interactive sign language. No, that's the odd. Oh, wait, isn't that what it is?
That should have been a Kinect game.
Well, that wouldn't have gone well. Yeah, no, that's what it is. Yeah, it's a sign language music game. Looks very interesting. Hyperlate Breaker. That game just seems to be in purgatory. I don't know what happened to that game. That game was supposed to come out in 2023, so I don't know where that game went. Jurassic Park Survival from Saber. I'm sad that we haven't seen anything new from that game because when they revealed that trailer, I was like, oh, that could be sick.
What do you think the odds of Night Dive getting the rights to Jurassic Park Trespasser is? Did we talk about this? I feel
we
like
talked about that. Yeah, wasn't Trespasser the really bad one? Yeah.
That was the one where it was going to be like super revolutionary and have like really cool physics, and it kind of did. But also, it was pushed out the door way too early.
It's like pre-alpha state, basically.
It's so buggy and slow and just
terrible. Yeah, unfinished.
Yeah,
Jurassic Park Survival is that first-person action game where you play as a Jurassic Park employee that was left behind after the main characters leave in the first movie.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh, that's a real bad time.
It looked the trailer was epic, so I really hope they pull that out.
You remember the fucking Jurassic Park Super Nintendo game that had the first person section?
Yeah, that game was
the shit. Yeah, except it didn't have saves.
Yeah,
or passwords,
which is really weird for a Super Nintendo game.
It was a long game too. You had to like collect 50 dinosaur eggs.
Yeah, that game was hard.
The game was long as hell
and challenging. Yeah. That's a game that they should re-release on Switch with the save states.
Yeah.
So I really hope we get to hear more about Jurassic Park Survival at some point.
Oh, you know what? I bet I know why they haven't. Likeness rights for the actors because they have. They have ID. They have ID photos.
Well, it takes place after they leave, though.
No, I'm talking about the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, for sure. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. That looks great. It looks like a GBC game.
Do you remember when yo-yos were really popular that one year in the 90s?
Mm-hmm. I miss having a yo-yo. It was a fun fidget.
It was fun.
Shrine's Legacy. What is this one?
Do kids have that these days? Are there still toys, or is it just apps now?
No,
is it everybody?
There's definitely toys.
Is it everybody's playing Nico Atsume 2, and then next year will be whatever the next popular game is?
No, there's definitely toys. I've been to Toys R Us many times just to check out.
I have this weird disconnect where the only children I know are like very, very young, and they're not quite at that stage yet.
Nope.
The older one is going to be there soon because she's 6, but like I don't know what is a thing with the like 8 to 12 demographic.
Me either. Shrine's Legacy is the SNES ode type game to Secret of Mana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Put Secret of Evermore on Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
Do it.
I have no idea how to say the name of this game either. SKOPJE.
SKOPJE. Oh, Jesus.
It could just... The J might be, like, silent. It might be like Scape.
Who knows how many of those letters could be silent?
We'll say Scape 83. I think it was like a third or a first person.
That sounds like some kind of European language that I don't know, which is all of them except for English.
Oh, there's a demo for it on Steam. It's like a first person cell shaded, maybe a roguelite. I don't know. Clockwork Revolution from In Exile. This was the one that kind of looks like BioShock Infinite, but with time time mechanics.
Right.
The Precinct. This was the sort of old school GTA kind of like game. But you're like a detective.
Hmm.
Judas. That's Kev. Is it Kev Levine? Kev Levine. What's that guy's name?
Ken
Ken
Levine?
Levine. Yeah, Ken Levine's new game. The one, the Bioshock like.
Oh yeah. Is it going to sell 5 million copies, and that's not going to be good enough?
Probably.
I shouldn't call out Ken for that. That was 2K's issue,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
his.
there's probably a reason why he's not with them anymore. Let's just be real about that. And then we have all the games that were revealed at the Game Awards: Elden Ring, Night Rain, Mafia: The Old Country, Outer Worlds 2, Borderlands 4, Ninja Gaiden: Ragebound, and Shadow Labyrinth.
That Ninja Gaiden game looks good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I didn't realize that those guys also did Shredder's Revenge, so they have a good pedigree.
Mm.
So that's 2025, looking pretty good.
Oh, that's also a thing for my backlog, is to play Rita's Rewind.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll do that with my niece soon.
Believe it or not, there are 3 games that have a 2026 release.
I don't find that hard to believe at all.
No date, just 2026. The Prince of Persia remake. The Sands of Time.
Yeah, they're still insisting on
Once again,
doing
that's
that,
assuming Ubisoft is still around.
Yeah.
Also from Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Hex. That's their next big Assassin's Creed game.
Is it a big one, or is it just like a tactical RPG?
Oh no!
It sounds like it's one of the
Hex as in Hexe, which is it's the Salem one. The Salem Witch Trials one, which rumor has it that Hexe is German for witch. So
that is
yeah.
correct. That's also where Hexen gets its name from.
Oh, there you go. Witchin.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that the Assassin's Creed Hex, or however you say that, might be a smaller game in the Assassin's Creed series. It might be more like Mirage. So we'll have to see. And Onimusha, the new Onimusha game, also in 2026. And then finally, we have the unknown release dates and MIA games. This is my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Going through the games where you're like, oh yeah, what happened to that game? So here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, stretch it out. All right, let's start. Let's kick things off with the obvious ones. Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh.
Who knows? Who fucking knows? That's 2030.
Todd Howard knows.
Yeah. Fallout 5. 2040 probably. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Who fucking knows?
There's no way. Never.
Yeah, Ubisoft will definitely
ever
be dead by the time that game comes out.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 4, which should be the next game that we hear about now that Dragon Age Veilguard's out.
Mm-hmm.
The Perfect Dark reboot from Coalition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That one looked...
Is Rare handling that, or
Coalition.
Who's doing that?
It's a new team.
Oh.
And they're
okay.
they're co-developing it with Square.
Those are the Gears of War guys, right?
No, that's
Who's Coalition?
Coalition's new. They're not. They're new. They were made specifically for this game.
Huh.
By
okay.
Xbox. And they're cooperating with Square Enix. The people you're thinking of. Shit. Who's the developer at Gears of War? No, not Coalition. Who is it? Maybe it is the Coalition. It's not.
Yeah, it is. They are the Gears of War people, because it was Epic originally, and then Microsoft acquired the Gears of War franchise, and the Coalition has been making them ever since.
So they have 2 teams then, I guess.
And maybe they formed a new team within the Coalition to develop this.
It's weird that they don't list Perfect Dark on their website. Why don't... Maybe it's not the Coalition making it. Let me check. Yeah. Oh, the Initiative. That's their
Oh,
name.
okay.
I got that mixed up. I gotta fix that in my doc. Yeah, you were right. Coalition is Gears, and Initiative is the Perfect Dark guys. All right, and they're working with Square Enix to make that game. All right. Everwild. This was Rare's game that was supposed to come after Sea of Thieves, and nobody knows. We
Yeah.
saw a couple trailers, and then it just disappeared. Pragmata, another one that just no
Yep.
idea,
Yep.
no idea where that one went. Wolverine, which I'm surprised we haven't heard about yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we heard a lot about it from a leak,
Yeah,
so maybe they're like, oh, what's the
yeah.
point?
We'll wait until we're ready to launch the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonder Woman. That's from Warner Brothers Studios. Star Wars Eclipse. It's the Quantic Dream game.
Oh God, yeah. I was about to say, wait, is that the Quantic Dream one?
Yep.
Oh no.
um.
What will you do to this one, David?
Yeah. One thing that's not on my list is the Knights of the Old Republic remake from Saber.
Oh,
That
yeah.
also was
Yeah.
kind of just went dark. So who knows?
Yeah.
Bloody Hell Hotel.
They did just put out a bunch of updates for the Old Republic MMO, so maybe that's their way of kind of quietly promoting it. So maybe it is coming out sooner than we think,
Mm,
or maybe not.
yeah. I mean that game's still going pretty strong, so I think that's just
Yeah.
the game being good
Yeah.
still. I've always wanted to get into that game. Really cool for an MMO. Bloody Hell Hotel was the next one. It's the one where you're a vampire running a hotel. Looked really cool.
Yeah. But it's not Hotel Transylvania.
No. Phantom Blade Zero. This was that really cool looking action Souls like thing where he's like a ninja with like a really long sword. Yeah. Sword of the Sea. It was from Giant Squid. Let me see if I can find anything new on that. Nothing.
Man, I really hate to do this again, but I gotta get something to eat.
Okay.
Should I bother with the bit, or I've been doing a lot of bits this episode. I feel like I'm overdoing it. But then I'm
Sure.
like, I'm not gonna be able. You're not gonna be able to talk to me, and I'm not gonna be able to respond. So we'll just be sitting here in silence. So I think the best thing for me to do is to just get up and do it and continue to do the bit. You know, I think it's really the only way to go, because otherwise, because you don't want to edit this, because it's like, oh, where was it? Where do I gotta go to pull out that silence? So it just makes more sense for me to get up and walk around and get the food and eat it. Maybe I won't eat it on mic. That's tired. You know, that's old hat. I don't want it to be my thing. The last thing I want to do is fall back into predictable patterns. So, all right, here we are. I've got my food.
No, that's a good bit. I like that bit. All right.
If these shows keep being 3 hours long, it's going to be a regular feature.
I cannot see them ever being under 3 hours at this point, unless we have a really light news week. But I mean, we had a really light news week, and you know. All right. Yeah. Sword of the Sea was from Giant Squid. Giant Squid was the guys that made The Pathless and Abzu. So this one's a big one. Mina the Hollower. This was the 2D Zelda-like from Yacht Club Games, the guys behind Shovel Knight.
Oh,
That
yeah.
game, who knows? That game just disappeared. It was supposed to be out by the end of 2023.
Speaking of backlog games, I need to play Shovel Knight at some point.
You haven't played. I'm. Why am I shocked at this point? Play something other than whatever you play. I don't know what you play, but stop playing it. Play new shit. Play old shit.
Yeah.
Good old shit. Shovel Knight's amazing, especially now because you get all the DLC for free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I should see if that's on sale. I'm gonna do it.
Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, I think it's called. You get everything.
If it's on sale, I'll buy it right now.
It's the Steam holiday sale, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I fucking bought Control on the air, so
He's going for it, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for it.
it is on sale.
50% off, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here we go.
Gander. Yeah, Shovel Knight's amazing, dude. Yeah, Treasure Troves is specifically amazing because it's all the DLC. It's like 6 games in one. I swear to God, it's great.
And that is the last game I'm going to be buying this year because
Yeah.
I'm going over budget.
Actually, it's 5 games. Yeah, it's 5 games. It's crazy. That's crazy. What a deal that is. $22 for freaking.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yep.
I download it and install it right now, but I don't want to fuck up with the.
Yeah, it's already fucked up enough with my disconnection. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have such a nightmare time with these 2 episodes trying to get them together. It's gonna be brutal. I might have to.
It's not going to be that bad. You just need to ace 20 questions, and then it'll be under 4 hours.
Oh, it's not that needs to. It's just the fact that it's going to split my video into 2 videos, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
All right. Exodus, which apparently had a secret level episode.
Oh yeah, that's out, isn't it?
Secret level, yeah. It's on Plex if you want to watch it. Light No Fire. This is the next game from the No Man's Sky team. Dune Awakening, which is the Dune MMO from Funcom.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Funcom. Now there's a name I haven't heard of.
Mm-hmm. Undermine.
Didn't they make what was that game you tried to get me into? Was it Anarchy Online?
Oh, is that who made Anarchy Online?
Was it? I feel like.
Be. Yeah, it was. You're right. Yeah. Damn, you have a weird memory. Yeah, I think they make a lot of MMOs. They made like Conan Exiles and.
Yeah, this was the game you tried to get me into like 15 years ago.
Anarchy Online. That was my first MMO. Yeah, that was a good game. Just people.
You know what? You know an MMO I miss, kind of. Tabula Rasa.
Yeah, I never got into that one. I remember it coming out.
So that game came out and lasted a year, and it was even promoted on the Colbert Report. And
oh, really?
That wasn't enough to. Well, because the lead designer of the game, Richard Garriott, the creator of the Ultima series, is a civilian astronaut, and he was going to the International Space Station for something like he paid an obscene amount of money to get taken up there, and one of the things he did was promote his game Tabula Rasa, and then like 4 months after that they announced they were shutting it down. And I was like, oh, but I kind of like that game. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed the action. I mean, action combat in an MMO is not an uncommon thing now, but back then it was still, it was still kind of a new thing because most MMOs were
based on WoW, basically.
Click on an enemy and then just watch.
Yeah. I checked Anarchy Online; it's still going.
Yeah,
it's touted as the world's first and longest running sci-fi MMO.
They put out an expansion in 2009, which is not recent by today's standards.
It says they have a new engine that's in open beta right now, so it seems like
so they're actively
developing.
They're actively still developing.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, it just hit its 20th anniversary.
Well, good
And
for
you can play it
them.
for free. Um, well, the base game and I think the first expansion I think are free. But yeah, that game's probably pretty rough today, but it's very good. It was WoW before WoW was
Yeah.
WoW, so you know.
Yeah, Ultima Online is still going, although it's in a weird
Yeah.
place. Um,
Oh,
what is the what is the state of that?
it's still going.
Oh God, Kingdom Reborn. Yeah, that was the thing I was talking about, is that it's different. But that was in 2007.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Oh God.
I think they still update it though.
Uh Time of Legends in 2015 appears to have been the most recent expansion, which is more recent than Anarchy.
Well, it's
So,
saying something about um the Shattered Sanctum event expansion. So
is
something's
there?
coming.
Let me.
Oh, it's an event. Never mind. Not a.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
never mind.
I hate how if I search on DuckDuckGo, it gives me the first result and I click on it and it's a fucking Wikipedia page, but it says the website underneath it. Come on,
Yeah, that's
guys.
annoying.
I like that the Wikipedia page is a thing, but
Put a little more effort into it. Yeah.
yeah. But it's still better than Google.
Yep.
Because Google now gives you fucking
AI
AI
responses.
results
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah. Go
yeah.
away.
So okay, cool. So I can instead of getting a website for the thing I'm searching for, I get a text answer that could be
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah. Thanks for
because it's
that.
just a
Yeah.
yeah,
Appreciate that gesture
fucking
of
bullshit.
nothingness.
Yeah,
All right, back to
yeah.
the list.
Oh, and you can play UO for free?
Oh yeah, yeah. They've made
Huh?
a lot of the older games for free.
Classic client? Oh wow. Could I play old
No,
school
don't get sucked into
UO?
old games. Play new shit.
It's only 18
Yeah,
megabytes.
I don't care. Play new shit. We need to hear about new things on the show, not old things.
Oh man, I could find like a classic shard and everything. I could play old school UO in like
You
just
guys hearing
well
this?
they probably
This guy's got a computer this for like that could probably run in America, and he's going back to Ultima Online. Play some new shit.
I mean I like Ultima, man. They'd probably run like a second age server because that had a lot of like serious quality of life improvements to that game. Because you got to remember, this is a game when they were still figuring out like what an MMO
Is
should
yeah.
be. It was that early.
Yep.
Oh man, you should go fucking watch. Everybody should go. Ars Technica had a series on YouTube called War Stories, which is full of interesting stories from game developers. You got shit from Diablo team, you got shit from the original Crash team. Their first episode was about a virtual call. I think I've talked about this before. A virtual ecology in Ultima Online that they just took out of the game because the players they just killed everything, like friendly creatures, hostile creatures. It didn't matter. They just killed everything because it was fun. And so the ecology was just a system that was running that didn't do anything because it couldn't.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the list. Undermine 2. This is a sequel to a very cool roguelite indie game. Canyons. I don't remember what Canyons is. It's Canyons. Yeah, I don't remember. What Canyons? I think
It's a sudden sharp
yeah,
drop in the elevation of the
I
ground.
hate you sometimes. Oh, this was the game where you're like driving through canyons in a desert, kind of like Max Payne style, but the but you like add on to your vehicle until like it becomes like a ship, basically. Like you just keep building it and building it and building it, and your car eventually goes from a like a dune buggy to like a fucking mobile base, basically. And it's like action combat and stuff. Looks really cool. Need to see more about it though. But don't know what happened to it though, because we haven't heard anything about it for a while. Pedal Runner was the next one. What is Pedal Runner? Oh, right. This was the Game Boy Color Pokemon. Like, it was like an ode to Pokemon, except instead of catching Pokemon, you're like running a flower shop or something like that.
That doesn't sound like an ode to
Well,
Pokemon.
it looks like a GBA Pokemon game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same style and like aesthetic wise. Haven't heard anything about it. Tenjitsu. This one was from Devolver Digital, so I don't know what happened to this one. Let's see. It's on Steam. Is it out? No, it's not out. Yeah, to be announced release date. So no idea, but it looks really cool. It's like a third. It's like a over the like over the top view beat 'em up kind of thing. But it's a roguelite. Everything's a roguelite these days.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes
it really easy to do level design when you just let the computer do it.
That's true. AI is going to make that like amazing when they do procedurally generated stuff.
Well, no, the procedural generated stuff is just pretty standard. But if you had AI doing it, it'd be like, oh, your hallway has 12 fingers. For somehow your hallway also has fingers now for some reason,
and a door that goes nowhere. There was the Bloomhouse games, Grave Seasons in the Simulation. We haven't heard anything about those yet. Deer and Boy, that was an indie game that hit really hard at the Summer of Gaming that we still haven't heard anything about. Node, Echoes of Elysium. Gears of War E-Day. Don't know anything about that.
I just saw that on the Coalition's Wikipedia page.
No idea about that one. Little Devil Inside. That game has been floating forever.
It needs to come outside.
Yeah, it does. I think it was announced for PS4 in like 2018, 2019. So I don't know. The website's still live.
We got a fucking Cameo Elements of Power situation on our hands.
Yeah. Well, hold your horses, because the next game on the list is Hollow Knight Silksong.
Oh god. Oh god.
If I could be a wasp on the wall of that studio, or that guy, I think it's one guy, isn't it? Or
it can't just be one guy.
It's a small team at most.
It's a small team, but it can't just be one guy.
Hey, Balatro was made by one guy.
Yeah, but Balatro also came out.
Ooh, burn Team Cherry. Get on it. Arc 2 was supposed to come out this year, and there was no announcement of a delay or anything. It just hasn't come out. Yeah. So I guess it might come out in the next 10 days, but...
Wouldn't that be a thing? It's like, surprise, it's out!
Fucking weird. Same thing with Wolf Among Us 2. It was supposed to come out this year. It wasn't delayed. It's just not here.
Yeah.
It's like, where'd it go? And then we have everything that was announced at the Game Awards. Intergalactic, Okami 2, Witcher 4, Project Robot from Gen Design, Dispatch, Virtua Fighter 6, Project Century, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Turok Origins, and Thick as Thieves. Yeah, I have a early access waiting for console list as well, but I don't think there's any need to go through that one.
Yeah.
It does have Hades 2 on it. No Rest for the Wicked. 2 games that are already on the list, so I'm not sure why they're in there. Valheim.
Yeah, this is. I fucking hate early access.
I know.
It's like, oh, Valheim is not out. It's a game that's already discounted on Steam.
Yeah, I know. It's
been out. It's been out long enough that they're willing to put a discount on it for the winter sale, but it's not out yet.
Yeah, it's so annoying. And that is it. That ends topic of the week, which means
that's like 3 topics of the week.
Yeah, it was a big.
It's just the show.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is.
Should we, before we get to 20 questions, should we pull back the curtain a little bit and explain what we're thinking about doing for next year?
I don't know. What are we thinking about doing for next year? Oh man, I can't even do my timestamps now because it reset my timer when I disconnected.
Oh no! All right. So should I just say it or should
I don't even know what you're referring to.
I'm referring to the fact that we might do away with topic of the week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes it is hard to come up with a new topic every week.
Yeah, it might not be a weekly
Sometimes
thing.
the world provides for us, but
yeah, it might not be a weekly thing anymore. It might be a special thing that comes up when there's a big event or some sort of huge topic that makes sense. Timely stuff like that. But yeah, coming up with a topic of the week every single show might go by the wayside. I was hoping by this time we would have more letters so that we could have more letters of the week to feature each week, but alas, we do not yet. But
where's that old school legend? Produce talking points.
I have talked to him. He's in the process of moving, so he has not had time to catch up on the show.
Moving over the holidays.
Yeah,
assuming he's in a place.
He's moved. It's just getting set up at this point is the big trick. Yeah, I think he moved at like the beginning of the month, something like that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, I don't know where he lives though, so maybe he lives in like Florida, and it really doesn't matter when he moves.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we are sort of still discussing whether to fill in some other topic of the week. Like I know we have our special thing we haven't talked about yet. That will be coming at the end of each month. That's still a ways off though. Yeah, we might see if we can figure out something to put in its place, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how we even format that. We haven't talked about it too much because like fucking holidays are here, too busy.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We have lots of time.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right then. Let's move into video game 20 questions. And
yes.
I am guessing this week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. It's time to lose again.
Nah, you can get this one.
All right. Let the questioning begin. No? Am I?
Yeah, well...
You're supposed to say let the questioning begin.
Oh, okay. Am I supposed to say that? Let the questioning begin. I guess.
All right. Did this game come out originally released in the 80s or 90s?
No.
Okay. Did it originally release in the 2000s?
Yes.
Okay. Was it originally a console exclusive?
No.
Okay. Crap. Where do I go from here?
I love this dead air.
Yeah, I'm thinking. At least they can see me, though. Thinking.
Yeah. But what about the people listening to the...
hey, you made your choice.
Audio version.
All right. It came out in the 2000s. Not a console exclusive. Man, okay. Did this come out on PC?
Yes.
Did it also come out on consoles?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay. Did this originally release during the PS3 360 era of consoles?
No.
PS2, GameCube, Xbox.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got to go into the mine palace, the vault. A third-party game that came out. Okay, was this on the GameCube?
No.
Okay, that helps. Because there was a lot of games that did not come out on the GameCube that were for PS2 and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a console exclusive. So a PS2 and Xbox multi-platform game that also came out on PC. Where do I go from here? Genre, developer. Was this a highly rated game? Critically.
Let me check.
Just check.
I
It's
remember.
going on the Metacritic.
I remember it being.
I will say an 8 or higher. It would be critically acclaimed for me. Or an 80 or higher, I guess.
Well, it's kind of all over the place.
Well, okay? Well, just go by the Metacritic score, the Metascore.
Just go by the Metacritic. Yeah.
It's above an 80. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a very shy yeah, so I'm assuming it's around an 80. Hmm.
Well, so the problem is different platforms are rated differently. I assume maybe the PC port wasn't as good or something.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
But the PC version has lower overall scores than the console version. So that's kind of bringing it down.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Ooh.
But I mean, bad PC ports were
Yeah.
fairly common during the time.
It doesn't really help me as much as I thought it would.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Was this published by EA, Ubisoft, or Activision?
No. You are 10 questions in.
Something tells me this is not. This is yet another one where I should not go down the developer route or publisher route. Was this developed in Japan?
No.
Was it developed in North America?
Yes.
The United States?
Yes.
America. It's an American game.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. A third party in the States, but it's not Activision. Ubisoft's Canadian, so it wouldn't have been them. It might not be any. It might not be any major publisher. How many questions am I at?
You are at 13.
It couldn't have been published by Sony or Xbox because it was third party, not exclusive. It was originally not a console exclusive, so it couldn't be published by them. Shit. But this was a good game. And it was on PS2 and Xbox. Is this part of a series?
Yes.
Is it part of a is it a licensed game series?
No.
Whew.
That's 15. I appreciate you going through this because I need a proper meal.
I always go through these pretty quick. I find that if I dwell, I'm not going to get it anyway. So I need to just rapid fire it. Man, I'm having a real hard time thinking about third-party series on Xbox and PlayStation that weren't from a Japanese developer. American on Xbox and PlayStation, a series. Guess it could be. I'm going to list you 3 genres. Was this a fighting game, first-person shooter, or Racing game.
Yes.
Oh, snap. Was this a...
Can you imagine if it was somehow all three?
Yeah. Is this a fighting game?
No.
Is this a racing game?
No.
Fuck. A first-person game on PS2 and Xbox.
You have one question and a guess.
Holy crap.
You spent way too many eliminating little things.
Yeah, but now I know it's a third-party, first-person game on PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and it was made in America, and it's part of a series. Okay, a first-person series from back in the 2000s. See, we got Unreal, we've got Duke Nukem, we've got Doom, but Doom was mostly Xbox. First person, man, first person games sucked in that era. Halo was good, but that was basically the start of that era. PS2, Xbox, first person. Oh, Medal of Honor. Call of Duty wasn't until 360, I think. Okay, my last question is: have I mentioned the series?
On the show,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like you might have, but I could be wrong, so I'm going to say I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, at least that rules out everything I just said. Shit. That doesn't help me.
Oh, I'll allow it.
Yep. Yeah. But that sucks, though, because that means it's not any of those.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be Battlefield. Maybe. Was it that early? But potentially a bad PC port. That wouldn't make sense for Battlefield. Battlefield was made for the PC, and then it came to consoles. So that seems unlikely. A first-person game, not necessarily a first-person shooter. I didn't say first-person shooter. I think I did. Did I say first-person shooter or first-person?
Yes.
I said first-person shooter. Okay, so it's a first-person shooter. But it's not Medal of Honor. It's not Call of Duty. It can't be Halo. It wouldn't be Black, because that's not a series.
And we've already
Used it, yeah.
ruled out games that we've used before.
A first person series. Oh, but it's not licensed, though. So it can't be that. Balls. First person series. Oh. Maybe? Did that come out on PS2? No, that must have been. I still have one question and a guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you pick that? That seems too easy. Was made in America, though. You wouldn't pick that.
Or would I?
I don't think you would.
But I might.
It's the only one I have in my... Oh, no, that's Ubisoft. Is this related to Valve in any way?
No.
Fuck. I think I might be screwed.
You might be.
A first-person shooter series that was on PS2 and Xbox. I mean, I know this.
Mm-hmm.
There was SOCOM, but that was third person, and it was only on PlayStation. I was really surprised that it wasn't Medal of Honor. I gotta be honest. That's where I was homing in on. Oh, I should have asked the aesthetic if it was like World War II or something like that.
Yeah, you should have.
But would that help me?
Yeah, it would have.
It would have. Shit. The aesthetic would have helped me. It can't be a World War II game because there wasn't. Was there any other first-person army games? Oh. Oh. I never did rule out Battlefield, did I? That sucks. But there's no way that it was bad on PC. It's not possible. Oh, man. Nope, that was third person. Fuck. It could have also been third person though. But well, no, it wasn't licensed. Fuck. Yeah, I think I might be screwed. I do know I know this one though.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a whole lot of first person shooters on that generation. Oh.
Not on the PS2.
Oh, it could be. Could it be?
Ooh.
But I have no questions left.
You're just gonna have to go for it.
I don't remember who made it though. Who made those games? I should have asked if it's a sequel as well. It's my
probably should have.
It's the best I have. If I get this,
yeah, if you get
this would be pretty fucking huge. I don't think I will though.
Yeah,
I feel like you pick much more obscure games than this.
Not this one. I hope you get it because it would be awesome to see you pull this out.
It's the only one I can think of, but I cannot picture it being that easy to me. But I will guess, is this Time Splitters 2?
No.
Damn, yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's the only other franchise I could think of besides Battlefield.
Yeah, Time Splitters 2 is really good.
Yeah.
The game in question is Area 51.
Oh, yeah. That was a series?
Yeah. Yep, there was the arcade game, which was also a Midway title. And then there was Black Site.
Oh, Black Site. Yeah. Damn. I was just looking at that game the other day for some reason.
Yeah, it's a good game. I like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I don't remember how well it holds up, but I remember liking it at the time.
Yeah. I could have got that.
Yeah.
I see what you mean by aesthetic, though. If I had said sci-fi, I might have.
Yeah, that would have really helped you out there.
This is what happens when I just rush through it.
So I'll tell you why I picked this one, because this is payback for Road Rash, which is entirely my fault, but it's payback nonetheless. I picked a game that I know that you've played and I know that you could have guessed.
Yeah. Well, that's the point, though. 100%. That's the point.
Yeah,
you're supposed to pick games like that, so it's like
but not just theoretically possible, but highly possible.
Oh yeah, that's usually what I always pick. Haven't I picked all games like that all the time? I don't think I've picked a game for you that you didn't know, or you've had 6 wrong. What were the 6 games? I think I keep a record here. Let me see.
Black was one of them.
Which you would have known.
Bloody Roar was another one.
Bloody Roar. Yeah. I don't know why you lost that one. I can't remember.
Because in my head, Bloody Roar was 2 games, both on the PS2.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it's actually 4 games or
5 games, I think. Yeah.
And the first 2 are on the PS1. Yep. But I just completely misremembered that because, like I've said a million times, I'm not really a fighting game guy.
Yeah, then you had Homeworld.
So, yeah, Homeworld I botched.
And Braid. Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, that was a real fuck up on my part. I should have gotten that one.
Psychonauts and Boogerman.
Didn't I get Psychonauts?
Oh yeah, no, you got Psychonauts. I was just listing the ones that you got. Yeah. So you lost Boogerman.
And I lost Road Rash 64, which is
Oh,
the most painful loss because that's a game that I really like.
Yeah, I haven't put this on my list yet. So which was that? Pick 9. So that was Road Rash 64. I don't know why I didn't add this last week. Andrew's pick number 9 was Area 51. We both lost picks number 9. So we're on our 10th picks next week. Or next episode, I should say.
Yeah.
All right. That has been the final Press Pause gaming podcast episode for 2024. Womp womp womp. Wait, why am I 3 and 7 if we've only done 9 picks? And you're 4 and 6. I've missed one.
Oh, guess you got homework to do.
Oh, that sucks so bad. How did I miss one?
Yeah, you have to sit through hours of us going.
Well, let me see if you can think of what game it was. So my picks were Black, BioShock Infinite, Bloody Roar, Homeworld, Braid, Sleeping Dogs, Psychonauts, Boogerman, and Road Rash.
Medios.
Medios.
That was the one that I pulled out of my ass at the last possible
I don't
moment.
know where it fits in here, so I'm just going to put it as a win at pick number 10. And let's see which one we're missing from you. So yours were Chaos in the Windy City, Extreme G3, Friday the 13th, Disaster Report 2. I can't believe I got that.
Which you got.
Yeah.
I could not believe you got that.
Dragon Ball Z GBA. Custom Robo. Cameo. And Area 51.
What was the other one? Shit. I can't even remember if it was one that you got or you didn't.
Unless I just doubled up. Hold on. 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 7 7 8. No, I don't have it.
There was one that you got really fast. Which one was that? Like you did it in like 15 minutes.
Friday the 13th, maybe?
No, you didn't get Friday the 13th.
No, I did. Or it says I did.
I remember because we did that.
Oh, it was backwards.
Oh, God, is he frozen again? God damn it. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. It's the microwave again.
It can't be.
Well, until he comes back, I'm just going to read. Oh, wait, there he is. Oh, he's back.
I don't think that's the microwave. I don't know what's causing that. So I asked him, I'm like, did you use the microwave? Nope. I don't know, man. I wish I could just run an Ethernet cable. I really do. I hate Wi-Fi. It's so annoying. Yeah, I do remember losing Friday the 13th, so I just have that mislabeled. Because I guess it was between 2 horror franchises when I was going to guess it, and I guessed the wrong one, right? No, I got it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that right. Yeah. I remember. I got that right.
I was sure that you got it wrong because I made it. Oh,
no.
I got to check now.
I definitely got that right because I was like, I didn't know which character went to which movie series, so I just guessed.
Oh yeah. Right. Right. You did.
Yeah. So I didn't understand which character went to which series, but I did get the game right.
Yeah. So you just guessed, and you happened to get it because it was 50-50.
Yeah. So that one wasn't quick. Disaster Report wasn't quick. I pulled that out pretty quickly. I think that was like 16 or 17 questions.
Yeah, I was so shocked that you got that one. I thought for sure that you wouldn't get it. But it was one that you could get, like, theoretically.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, that one I definitely didn't get because I didn't even play it, didn't even know it existed. Custom Robo I
Yeah.
never heard of, so I didn't get that one.
Yeah, that one surprised me, but I guess you didn't have as much GameCube experience as I did.
Tenchu I didn't get because I'm an idiot. And Cameo I got pretty, but maybe that was that the one I got quickly. No, I didn't get that quickly either. Yeah, so yeah, that's the one I'm missing. It was the quick win, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah. Your biggest success is the one that we can't remember. I remember my biggest success though.
I have a bad memory though. I have a terrible memory.
I do too. I should play Meteos again. Where the fuck's my D at?
Damn, I don't remember.
It's around here somewhere.
Steve, if you're listening, do you know which game it was? Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one. I should be able to tell from the dates. Got 16. No, even the dates are wrong.
Oh, bro, we got 20 minutes before Riverside cuts us off.
Oh, really? We're almost at 4 hours?
Yeah. Also, I need to eat.
Yeah, well, that's true. All right, let's wrap it up.
We gotta wrap this up.
If you want to reach me on BlueSky, I am at TJ-Leo.
And I'm also on BlueSky. You know it. It's there.
Wow.
I'm hungry, man.
All right, email your questions in to co.op.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share. Click up here to subscribe. Click up here for the last episode of Press Pause. Like I said, we'll be back next week with the Press Pause Extra. Otherwise, we'll be taking a week off, so we will be back in 2 weeks. Have a good holiday. Don't forget to game. Be safe. Have fun. And we are out.
Out of shit.